radio for the masses.
Headline edition, July 8, 1947. The Army Air Forces has announced that a flying disc has been found and is now in the possession of the Army.
If the game is rigged, change the game.
Game changer.
I occasionally think how quickly our differences worldwide would vanish if we were facing an alien threat from outside this world.
This is Fade to Black with your host, Jimmy Church, on the Game Changer Radio Network and KGRA, the Global Radio Alliance.
I need your help to get to the year 1985.
You're listening to Fade to Black with Jimmy Church on the Game Changer Network.
Good evening. Fade to Black. Bespoke Radio for the masses. Yeah, man. How you doing? How you doing? All right, let's do this, man. Today is Tuesday, October 13th, 2020. 287 days into the new year. Only 79 days left, folks. That's it. Yeah. We are live from a bunker somewhere in the middle of beautiful downtown Burbank, California. And I would like to welcome everybody listening all around the world, all across the United States. Hither and thither, to and fro, back and forth, up and down, east and west, north and south, far and near. This is Fade to Black for KJCR, the Game Changer Network, and KGRA, the planet. I'm your host, Jimmy Church. What is cracking, everybody? How you doing? It's Rocktober. Yeah, man. Halloween coming up. That's right. Got lots of Halloween-themed shows from just about this point forward. And, yeah, I can't believe it. October 13th. And that's just got a ring to it. October 13th. That's like Friday, October the 13th. Really, when's it supposed to happen? October the 13th. It's going down. Really? Yeah. He's back. And he's pissed off on October 13th. Coming to a town near you. A man with a unicorn. That's right. That's right. With a unicorn. Birthday gift from Lisa Frith. Now, before we get started tonight, tonight's open lines, so let me get this out of the way really quick. Tonight's open lines, last Thursday, we took the night off. We didn't have open lines last week. This week on Thursday, we have guest booked. So that took that out. I was like, wait a minute. And then our guest tomorrow night, we'll get to all of that, could only be on the show tomorrow night. And so it's just the way things, so we had to back things. I've got to have Fader night. I cannot go through a week without phone calls with all of you. It just doesn't work that way. Not around here. I look forward so much to that night. So tonight is Fader night. Tonight's Tuesday. Yes, tonight is Fader night. Tomorrow night on this program, Whitley Strieber is here. And we are going to talk about E.T., the Space Force, weapons in space, some of the comments that are coming out of Washington right now. So we're going to talk about that tomorrow night, and a lot of other subjects too as well. It's Whitley, and should I tell him I got the communion DVD that he was the subject of the show for like a month? Yeah, I just might do that. So anyway, so that's tomorrow night. Whitley Strieber is here. It's going to be great. Then Thursday night, it's Karen A. Dahlman and Rodney. That's right. Doing a live on-air Ouija session, and more on that in just a bit. I'm going to speak about that and Whitley in just a bit. But it's Halloween month around here. It's a great time, and I'm looking forward to all of that. Plus, at the end of this month, October 29th through November 1st, the Dark Zone has invited me down for a ghost hunt on the Queen Mary. Now, I'm going to be there ghost hunting on Friday night in person. I cannot wait for this. And I know you guys have been waiting for this too. So, but this time around, you don't get to hear me report on it after the fact. You can join me live, okay? Yes. I'm going to be doing this for 4 or 5 hours on the Queen Mary. I'm really looking forward to this. So that's going down Friday night. It's October 29th through November 1st. We've got links up over at jimmychurchradio.com. Click on that banner. We've got other links up in social media. We'll get stuff up during the show tonight. It's a special link. I want you to click on that. And then you get to use the promo code Jimmy for another special discount. So go and do it. All right? The Dark Zone. Haunted Weekend with the Queen. It's a full-on virtual event where we've got music, celebrities, the best paranormal teams in the United States. It's going to be great. And the bands, Bistro Blanco, Filter. They've got Filter. It's like, and the list of bands is long, and the celebrities, it's great. So just go click on those banners, and I'll see everybody there. It's going to be awesome. All right, and now, a couple of things. Everybody wants their own crystal skull. Lisa Frith was over at our house this weekend, and she likes to gift skulls, so I'm going to get to that in a second. But I know you want your very own crystal skull. So go to Carolyn Ford's website. It's called Einstein the Crystal Skull, EinsteinTheCrystalSkull.com, and go and pick one out and get yours. I've got all of mine here in the studio. I got a special new one right here. I'm going to show you in just a second. Right here. Right here. Okay. All right. EinsteinTheCrystalSkull.com. All right. A couple of things about gifts. Now, I got... This is my birthday this weekend. Got a lot of gifts from a lot of people, and it was great. And I can't take the time right now to just go, look, here's everything. But what's really cool is I've got crazy friends, I've got even crazier family, and they just get me fun stuff. And so the fun stuff I'm going to be whipping out for all of you this week, some of the cool things. And this is some of the cool stuff. So Lisa Frith, tonight's Lisa Frith night, apparently. I didn't plan it this way. It just worked out this way. I mentioned on the show, I never wear fade to black shirts. I can't do it. I can't wear a shirt with my name on it, my face. I can't do that. It just doesn't feel right. And I'm just not going to do it. And I haven't done it. But I think I did it once in an emergency. I needed a shirt to wear. This is no joke. I needed a shirt to wear that I could get dirty. Oh, fade to black shirt. I'll wear this and get this dirty. But I just don't wear them. So Lisa got me this. She made me a fade to black shirt that's just got the skull. It's like a company shirt. It's got the face right here and an F2B on the sleeve. You can see that. And that's it. Now I can wear this shirt. And it's really cool. So Lisa got me this. Lisa, the skeleton unicorn, which is completely off the hook, and this. She got me An alien crystal skull. Heavy, too. I think it's black tourmaline, I believe. Lisa's probably listening. Lisa, this is what Lisa sent me home in my bag. Yeah, but she did. So check that out. Is that cool? Heavy. I don't know. She told me what the eyes were made of. I don't remember. But he's very cool. So, that's sit right there. I don't, you know what? Let's have him partner with the show. Let's have him sit right here tonight. There you go. Right? Look at those eyes. Crazy. And this. So I went down and hosted Disclosure Fest on Saturday on my birthday. Went down and did that. Hosted the first, the opening 3 hours, I think 2-3 hours of the show. But Michelle Anderson was there. I want to say thank you to everybody at Disclosure Fest. That was amazing, and the birthday cake and all that was very, very cool. But Michelle Anderson, I've always wanted one. Can never find one. Michelle Anderson got me this. Bam! Is that cool or what? So, and also a bottle of Alien Mezcal, and which was pretty good. It's no longer with us. So there you go. So I got this too. And I got to figure out a spot for this guy. But put him right there for now. Okay. All right. So we're back. What was supposed to be a simple 2.5-day event turned out to be 4 days with all our friends and family. Had a great time. We did some sky watching, saw some stuff. That was really cool. We cooked out, cooked in, cooked out, cooked around. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and yesterday, Monday. And wow, what a great time. And so thank you. I'm rested up. I'm getting there. I'm getting my feet back under me. But there was nothing like having, a dozen or so friends just hanging out. Just going full circuit like we did. It was just, it was a lot of fun. So there you go. All right. It's the real thing, space cake. I don't want to know where that come from. Oh, space cake. I get it. That's funny. Okay. All right. Follow me on Twitter at JChurchRadio. JChurchRadio. Hashtag F2B is Twitter. You can follow me right there. Any questions or comments? Hashtag F2BQ. No, it's only questions. Any questions during the show? Let's take out comments. I will never say comments again. That is gone. I'm doing that for everybody in Australia. Any questions during the show? Just use hashtag F2BQ. All right. You can email throughout the show, Jimmy at jimmychurchradio.com. Let's get to the breaking news. I'm going to be drinking a lot of coffee during the show tonight. Thank you, Dan. 8 nations have signed the Artemis Accords, a set of principles outlining the responsible exploration of Earth's nearest neighbor. NASA officials announced today. The path is now clear for those 8 nations: Australia, Canada, Japan, Luxembourg, Italy, the United Kingdom, and the United Arab Emirates. So Luxembourg made it in, but Spain didn't. Brazil, I'm just saying. Mexico didn't make it in. I just don't get it. But anyway, no, Germany, right? Okay, United Arab Emirates made the cut, right? Luxembourg made the cut. And so did the United States. To participate in NASA's Artemis program of crewed lunar exploration. Artemis aims to land 2 astronauts near the lunar South Pole in 2024 and establish a sustainable human presence on and around the moon by the end of the decade. That's it. No USSR, no China, No. It's Australia, Canada, Japan, Luxembourg, Italy, the United Kingdom, and the United Arab Emirates. No Dubai. No. No Saudi Arabia. No Israel. Weird, huh? Luxembourg with astronauts. Now, I got a ton of Facebook news tonight. Facebook is banning all content that denies or distorts the Holocaust in a policy reversal that comes after increased pressure from critics. Just 2 years ago, founder and chief executive Mark Zuckerberg said in an interview that even though he finds such posts deeply offensive, air quotes, he did not believe Facebook should take them down. Zuckerberg said on numerous occasions that Facebook shouldn't be forced to be the arbiter of truth on its platform, but rather allow a wide range of speech. Well, yesterday he flipped. He did 180 degrees, and his company has recently strengthened its rules to prohibit anti-Semitic stereotypes and banned accounts related to militia groups and QAnon. Today, that was yesterday. Today, just before showtime, Facebook announced that it is launching a new global policy that bans ads that discourage people from getting vaccines. The company previously had a policy against vaccine hoaxes that were publicly identified by global health organizations. All of this comes amid a series of policy changes announced by Facebook to rid its social networks of content it had previously said that it wouldn't remove. There you go. The world's longest fossilized human trackway. That's right. Footprints. Tracks. Let me repeat. The world's longest fossilized human trackway has been discovered at... Now, I know what you're thinking. Oh, it's got to be in Africa. Right? I know that's where you're going for. It's got to be Africa. Well, how about White Sands, New Mexico? Scientists in Alamogordo made the unusual discovery as a team found footprints of what they believe was a female or a young male and a child at White Sands. The prints go for almost a mile along the shore of what used to be Lake Otero and are believed to be more than 10,000 years old. A paper published in the Quaternary Science Reviews documents the world's longest fossilized human trackway. Now, this is the deal. The little kids' footprints, they disappear. Then they go to the other side. And then they disappear. And then they go to the other. In other words, Mom was like, you're too heavy. I'm putting you down. What they think, maybe, there might have been three, a kid, a male, and a female, adults. But they were hunting. Yeah. Because they found other animal prints in front of theirs. Pretty crazy. Finally, all right, here we go. Finally, on Sunday, Fox host Maria Bartiromo asked President Trump this, quote from Maria, "Can you explain why the Department of Defense has set up a UFO task force? Are there UFOs?" The POTUS answered with this, quote, "Well, I'm going to check on that. I mean, I've heard that. I heard that 2 days ago. So I'll check on that. I'll take a good, strong look at that," end quote. I heard that 2 days ago. Heard what? That there's UFOs or there's a UFO task force? Very interesting. All right. Happy birthday to today. Sacha Baron Cohen, 49 years old. Tisha Campbell today, 52. Paul Simon. What was that song called? 50 Ways to Leave Your Lover. Right? That's one of them. What was it? Kodachrome. That was a good one. Marie Osmond today is 61. Sammy I Can't Drive 55 Hagar today is 73. Oh, man. Sammy Hagar is older than Marie Osmond. I just don't make no sense. Chicago's Robert Lamb today is 76. John Ford Coley is 72. Sammy Hagar is older than John Ford Coley. What was his partner's England Dan? Anthrax frontman Joey Belladonna is 60. Sammy Hagar is older than Joey Belladonna. On this day in history, OTD, 1999. The grand jury was dismissed in the John Benet Ramsey murder case, and the Boulder County District Attorney announces no indictments will be made due to insufficient evidence. To date, the murder of John Benet Ramsey remains unsolved. Fate or fact? All right. I bring it every night, and here you go. Fate or fact? During Apollo 16, astronaut Ken Mattingly lost his wedding ring, and he spent all of his spare time on the mission trying to find it in the command module. Then, during a spacewalk, it was seen floating slowly out of the open door. Mattingly reached for it with his big gloved hand, tried to catch it, missed it. The ring was now lost in space. Then, during the spacewalk, Charlie Duke realized the ring was headed right for the back of Mattingly's head. Remember, they're all cruising at 3,000 miles an hour, or whatever they're flying at, right? And the ring's at the same velocity. The ring hit Mattingly in the back of his helmet out in space. The ring bounces, turns 180 degrees in the other direction, back for the hatch. About 3 minutes later, Charlie Duke caught it with his gloved hand. He got the ring back. And that is your fate or fact. All right, tonight's open lines. Want to remind everybody what's going on. Tonight is Tuesday, and it is Fader Night. We're not having Fader Night on Thursday. All right. 747-228-2051. Open lines at the bottom of the hour. Oh, River Moon Coffee. Oh, man. Oh, River Moon Coffee. Fade to Black Blend. Just go. Right now, go to their new website, rivermooncoffee.com. Fade to Black Blend. F2B Blend will get you that promo code. 15% off of everything on the site. Right now, go and do it. Best coffee in the world. Absolutely the best. Look at that. Look at that. That's me. Is that? Me cooking kebabs. Look at that, man. That's pretty cool. Thank you, Dan. Did I like it? Did I retweet it? I don't have time. I got stuff I got to do tonight. Can't be retweeting birthday pictures. But I just did. Okay, I got one in. I retweeted one. Oh, man. I had this whole thing I was going to go through tonight, and I just don't have the time. Well, over the weekend, I took another trip around the sun. It was my birthday. We invited about a dozen friends over to the house for 3 days. 4 days, actually. They didn't stay with us, of course. They were all booked into a nearby hotel. But we did manage to celebrate for 4 straight days and nights. So I'm talking about Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and yesterday, Monday. Yes, we continued all day yesterday until the flights were leaving town. Now, as we all know, when birthdays roll around, no matter what, we will always take some private time to reflect on the past and look to the future. What was strange about this time around was that Eddie Van Halen left this earth last week on October 6th at the age of 65, just 4 days before my birthday on October 10th. It certainly goes without saying here, and especially if you have ever listened to Fade to Black or any other show that I've hosted over the years, that Eddie Van Halen was a huge influence on me. I have the guitars, I have the Van Halen shirts, I can play the songs, and I've talked about Eddie more than UFOs or conspiracy theory each night on the air. It's who I am, and I'm never going to change. But This is where things start to get a little strange, so stay with me. A few weeks ago, I started to binge Stargate Universe. I've been talking about that every night on the show. It's a great series, often abbreviated as SGU, which was part of the MGM Stargate franchise that ran for just 2 seasons back in 2009 through 2011. Now, I'm a huge fan of the original Stargate movie, like we all are, and I get that. And I did manage to watch a few of the spin-off series, Stargate stuff that followed, but they never really kept my attention, and eventually I lost interest. SGU was also lost, but it was lost in the mix. I never really took the time to check it out. That is until about 3 weeks ago. SGU, if you have never seen it, is an absolute must-watch. It has it all. It's got a great story. It's got great writing. It's got great acting. It's got great production. 2 seasons, 40 episodes. Amazing from start to finish. And it's like a 40-hour movie. And it does get deep, by the way. So 10 days ago, as I'm winding down my SGU binge, and about 3/4 of the way through season 2, I had this strange vision. You know, it was like this thought. I'm watching Dr. Nicholas Rush. He's played by Robert Carlyle. He's walking around the bridge, and this bridge that rises up. It's really cool. And he's pressing buttons, and he's flying the ship, and the ship's called Destiny. And he's looking out the windows while he's cruising. They're, FTL, faster than light engines, and galaxies are streaking by. It's really cool. And at this moment, I thought to myself, I want to do that. But it'll never happen. And I talked about it with our house guest this weekend. That it'll never happen. Everyone's like, no, it won't. So, the way that Dr. Rush was getting it done, it just seems so real, And I just wanted to be that guy, that moment on the deck, getting it done in deep space. But it's never going to happen. I'll never be that guy. It was at this moment that I had one of the craziest thoughts of my entire life, and that was this. That on my deathbed, when I'm like 85 years old, and the doctors, this is it, right? And the doctors call my family saying, it's time. Okay, all right, everybody get to the hospital. At that moment, I want them to play Stargate Universe. Seriously. Now, I'm going to have Rita there. Diana's going to be there. Nicole's going to be there by my side. It's all good, right? Family, maybe some friends. It's all good. And Stargate SGU. Yeah. I'm going to add this to my will. Does a will work before you die? I'm going to roll the dice. I'm going to see if it does. So, I really want to have the chance to be that guy in deep space. I want to be the guy pressing the buttons. I want to be the guy, man. Warps. I want to be that dude, right? Pressing the buttons faster than light. Over the years, I've interviewed many guests about their near-death experiences or NDEs. And the one thing that they say over and over again is that life doesn't end. And I get it. I really do. And I'm cool with it. So, why not have a grand experiment? You may only have one crack at this thing, man. And if you do it right, think about it. And as for me, it's Stargate SGU. What if, and I'm being very serious right now, what if? What if I chose to do this, and then I shut my eyes, and then I crossed the Great Divide, and when I open my eyes again, I'm shouting on the deck, we don't have enough energy to power our reserves to go FTL without shutting down the shields. We need our shields for FTL, so we got to shut down life support for 3 minutes. Everybody hold your breath. Right? How cool would that? Captain Church on the bridge of the Destiny? Yes. Now, this crazy thought occurred just 10 days ago. Then Eddie passed. And then it was my birthday weekend. Very, very strange indeed. I've had lots of intense dreams over the last week because of SGU. Strange one last night. And the timing of everything probably has a lot to do with it. There's a lot of crazy stuff going down in the last 2 weeks. So this week on Fade to Black, I'll have the chance to talk about all of this with my guests. I got Whitley Strieber tomorrow, and I got Karen Dahlman on Thursday. Tomorrow night with Whitley, I get to double dip. I do. I get to double dip with Whitley because he's not only one of the best science fiction writers in the world, right? But he knows a lot. He's got knowledge about what the other side is. He does. And that his knowledge cannot be measured. I get the best of both worlds. So he's going to let us know if my little SGU thought experiment is going to work. Karen, on the other hand, is one of the world's leading experts on the Ouija board. And she's going to be with us on Thursday, and we're doing a live session on the air. This is my chance to try to reach out to Eddie and check in and say, hey, dude, how's it going? Right? It's been a very emotional couple of weeks around here. And this is the universe reaching out to help me get some answers. Because 10 days ago, when I had my crazy SGU thought, I had no idea that Eddie Van Halen was about to leave us. I wasn't thinking about my birthday yet, and I certainly didn't know that I'd have Whitley or Karen on the show this week to discuss any of this. The universe is a strange place. It knows everything way in advance, and it is speaking to you right now as I speak these words. Seriously. This is Fade to Black. I'm your host, Jimmy Church. It's Fader Night. It is open lines all night long. I've opened up the phone lines right now. 747-228-2051. 747-228-2051. On the Game Changer Network and KGRA, The Planet. Email is jimmy@jimmychurchradio.com. Stay with me. I'll be right back.
This is Nicole Church, daughter of you-know-who, and you're listening to Fade to Black on jimmychurchradio.com and the Game Changer Network.
You're listening to Jimmy Church, Fade to Black.
Fade to Black will now pause for alien identification.
The station that talks the net. KGRA Radio.
Introducing the Game Changer blend from River Moon Coffee that delivers a customized blend made specifically for the Fadernauts. If the game is rigged, change the game. It's a bolder cup with some bite. Game Changer is the coffee of choice for those that prefer an organic dark roast that is slightly lighter and milder, but it's still dark. With wild notes of pecans and chocolate with a rich, balanced, full-bodied cup that is roasted to perfection for a great coffee to start your day, as an after-dinner coffee or anywhere in between. Artisan, small batch roasted to perfection. USDA certified organic, all River Moon coffee is freshly roasted and packaged in the USA. Just go to rivermooncoffee.com or click on the banners over on our site and use the promo code F2BBLEND for 15% off of your order today. rivermooncoffee.com. Go Beckley Teppy.
This is the only way forward.
This is Fade to Black. Make contact. KGRARadio.com.
This is Jimmy Church of Fade to Black, and you can get our podcast for just $2 per month. All you have to do is click on the podcast banner over at jimmychurchradio.com. This Halloween, the Dark Zone invites you to spend 4 haunted nights with the Queen, October 29th through November 1st. Virtually board the most famous ghost ship in the world. Get your boarding pass now because you'll get to join me, Jimmy Church, on Friday evening when I go ghost hunting. live when anything could happen and probably will. And here's the deal. For just $19.99, you get virtual access to the entire Queen Mary, 24-hour surveillance of the most haunted rooms, interaction with your favorite paranormal investigators, very special celebrity guests including Kane Hodder, that's Jason from Friday the 13th, and Chad Lindbergh of the TV series Supernatural. Musical guests including Filter and Beasto Blanco. There will be a costume contest and a Day of the Dead celebration. Halloween is not canceled. For your boarding pass and info, just click on the Dark Zone banner at jimmychurchradio.com and throughout our social media. When you click on that link, just use the promo code Jimmy for a special discount. That's right. You are invited to spend 4 nights of Halloween with the Queen.
Hi, folks. It's troubling times, and fear is pushing emotions, which in turn pushes health the wrong direction. Do you ever get an ache because life is uneasy? Try Life Change Tea at getthetea.com. Life Change Tea works on your digestive tract, helping to move food through quicker and comfortably so your health is spot on. Life Change Tea may not help with world issues, but it will help with your digestive issues. A glass a day helps keep the intruders away. So, change your life today. Log on to getthetea.com. That's getthetea.com. If your health game is off, get on by ordering Life Change Tea. Getthetea.com. And while you're on our site, look around at the great non-GMO organic supplements. And if you're a sales shopper, go to our specials page and see what's for you. I've been drinking the tea for 12 years and I'm sure glad for its health benefits. Again, that's getthetea.com. Getthetea.com. The tea that makes you go.
9 out of 10 geneticists agree.
Fade to Black is not your father's radio show on the Game Changer Radio Network and KGRA, The Planet.
Hi, this is Rob Reiner from Anvil, and you're listening to JimmyChurchRadio.com.
What's up? I'm Chris. What up? This is Kyle Massey, and you're listening to Jimmy Church Radio.
All right, welcome back. Fade to Black. I'm your host, Jimmy Church. So this is what we're doing. Tonight is Fader Night. I cannot go a week without speaking with all of you. Phone calls. Fader Night has to happen for me personally. So we moved it to tonight. Tomorrow night, Whitley Strieber is here. Thursday night, it's Karen Dahlman and Rodney. We're doing live Ouija, kicking off our Haunted Rocktober. Yeah, it's going to be cool. So that's going down Thursday night. And so we moved Fader Night to tonight. And without any delay, the call-in number, of course, is 747-228-2051. 747-228-2051. And with that, let's go straight to the phones. Hi, you're live on Fade to Black. Who's calling? You're live. Oh, jeez. Okay. Oh, man. A week off, and I forget how to use a mouse. Let's try it again. Hi, you're live on Fade to Black. Who's calling?
Hi, Jimmy. It's Madeline from New Jersey.
Hi, Madeline. How are you?
I am great.
What's cracking?
Just again want to wish you, my boyfriend and I want to wish you again happy birthday. Glad it was so awesome. You had an awesome birthday, so thanks for sharing. And I was hoping to be your first caller. I'm so excited. As soon as you came on, it's like, I'm going to call so I can be the first caller.
Yeah, right on, right on. Well, you did. You got through. That's what's most important.
Yeah. Also, I was calling to talk about the communion because I finally watched it, and then you mentioned that Whitley's coming on tomorrow. I was like, oh, my gosh.
See?
And I'm finally calling to talk about it.
Yeah, that's the universe. I'm telling you, pay attention.
Absolutely.
Pay attention. Who knew? Yeah, it's a great movie. What'd you think?
I did. I liked it. It was very different from anything I've seen alien-related, and I just found it was weird with those strange aliens. They look like little bears or something.
Yep.
And when he was in the spaceship, the kids.
Yep.
I was trying not to think negative thoughts about why the babies were there.
Yeah. That whole sequence. Now, this is what is interesting about getting the DVD, because I'd never seen these before. But that is the interviews and the outtakes at the end. Did you watch the special features?
Oh no, we didn't watch them yet.
Okay, well, go and do that, because they talk about those scenes that they shot with Walken or Whitley on the ship. They specifically address all of that, so you need to go and watch that. That's really cool.
Go back and watch. Yes.
Yeah, they talked to Walken. They talked to the director. I think Whitley's got a little interview in there too, and Anne is standing next to him.
Pretty cool. Yeah, we definitely have to go back and watch. And it was also interesting. Was it 1999? I can't remember when it was. 80? What was it?
When the film came out? 89.
Yes.
89.
89.
Right.
But the interesting thing is, I didn't realize he lived in the city. He lived in Manhattan. I'm like 20 minutes away from him.
Yeah. Well, see, that's the whole thing and I think they laid it out pretty well in the film, that when all of this went down for Whitley, his career, he was a New York Times bestselling author. He had the apartment in Manhattan, and then he had the cabin up in the hills of New York. Right. And so Whitley had it going on, and I think they portrayed that really, really well in the film.
Yes.
And so, I've talked to Whitley so much about Communion and the movie, but he's going to be on with us tomorrow night, and this whole thing.
I know. When I heard that, I was like, oh my goodness, because I'm actually calling to talk about Communion tonight, and he's going to be on tomorrow.
Yeah, and I'm gonna ask Whitley a couple of things, but I do think we should let him know that he was a big part of this show for about a month.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Huge conversation.
Yeah, I don't know if he has the time to listen to Fade to Black, but maybe somebody mentioned it to him. But we'll certainly talk about that tomorrow night. But yeah, it's a pretty interesting. I've read the book and talked to Whitley so much, and I know he had some issues personally with the way the movie was ultimately done compared to what the book was, and he has always wanted to do another version of it. But it's I think it's pretty good. I think the movie is not, well, I mean, when I say pretty good in its closeness to the book. At least it tells the story to those that are watching the film, and they get the gist of what went down. So as a standalone movie, fantastic. Christopher Walken killed in that movie.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Amazing. My boyfriend says the same thing, that Christopher Walken, just amazing.
Yeah,
I like him as an actor, and I think he's a great, amazing actor.
Yeah, and that's why you need to go watch the special features, because they have the outtakes.
Yeah, we got to get back.
And there's cameras in the scene where I don't want to give too much of this away. You need to go watch the special features. But in the scene where he's sitting in front of the fireplace in the ladies' loft, right? The analyst, the therapist.
The therapist,
right. And he's having that conversation with her, and he comes out of it, out of the hypnosis, and starts talk. Well, there's an outtake of the documentary that's being shot, so you get to see that scene getting cut. And I'm just gonna say, Christopher Walken is just Christopher. If you just let him do his thing, right? The magic happens, and that's what they did, and you could tell. He's just so great in the film. So there you go. Anything else, Madeline? Before I let you go.
Oh, we're going to be getting our Hoffman optics. We can't wait to get those.
Oh yeah, we used ours this weekend.
Yeah, did you see anything?
Of course we did.
Ooh,
yeah,
so excited.
Yeah, we did. And
every time I look up, I want to see something.
It was weird too, because right at the beginning of the night, it was about 8:00, and it was jumping off, and there was things, and we were all excited, and that lasted for about an hour. And then everybody, saw things, and it was cool. Everybody did. But at about 10 o'clock, it just stopped. It just stopped.
I'm excited every time I look. Also, I like your new alien skull.
Oh, yeah.
Pretty cool.
Yeah,
actually, speaking of alien, I did touch base with Carolyn. She doesn't have the Demeter any longer, the one that I wanted, but she does have a Solidite Sharita. It has the same qualities as the Demeter, so I think I'm going to be ordering that one. It's blue and black. It's tiny. It's like palm size.
Yeah,
but I think that's
cool.
Great to start with, and I could kind of carry it around with me. It'd be pretty cool.
Nope,
as long as it has the same qualities, I'm really excited. So I'm probably going to be. Yeah, look at that. Look at those eyes.
Send me pictures, okay, and post it.
I definitely will.
Madeline, enjoy the rest of your night.
Turn around with that one. It would scare me.
Have a great night, Madeline. And
Thank you. You too. I'm glad your birthday was awesome. Go Beckley Teppy.
Go Beckley Teppy. That's a great phone call right there, Madeline. Send the pictures when you get your new skull. But yeah, skulls are great, and I haven't named this guy yet. I haven't gotten a name yet to come through, but I'll let you guys know. Black tourmaline, man, heavy. That's a heavy, heavy skull. Let's go back to the phones. Hi, you're live on Fade to Black. Who's calling?
Hello.
Yes, you're live.
Yes, this is Michael Jolin in Land, Florida.
Okay.
I was hoping to speak to Rita, but I'm sorry I got you.
Okay. Well,
I've been all right. Well, that's the life.
You can write Rita an email.
No. Listen, I'm kidding. For 17 years, I've known a man. I'm an old artist, and I've been.
Okay, you got to take me off speaker, Michael, and do it quick. Do it quick. Okay.
Are you there?
Yeah, we're live. We're live.
All right.
Okay, let's go.
This is Michael Joe, and I'm an old artist, and I met a man named John Charles Gold in Ohio, who had a capacity to. He had a capacity to draw pictures of someone that was in your past life, which is not a big deal, or it was surprising to me. And then for 5 or 6 years, I maintained my relationship, and then called him one day and said, "Why don't you start to do readings?" Which he then began to do. And here's a man who is a recluse, very bright fellow. He has been promoting you since I met him, and what he's able to do is take a 30-second video. He's able to draw pictures of someone that is in your life or was in your life, 1 or 2 or 3 pictures. You see him drawing them, and he does a voiceover. He's been giving readings that not like Edgar Casey used to do things that had to do with your medical matters.
Okay, Michael, you need to speak into the phone. You keep getting muffly and quiet. Okay, continue.
Okay, and he does things. The messages are things that you might find from a friend, not from a medical person.
Okay, Mike, listen, you got to call back when you got a better connection, man, and because I want to hear this, but we can't understand you. So, well, we're live on the air, so just call me back when you got a better connection, okay? All right, I'll put you at the front of the line. I've got your number right here. Okay, all right. Let's go to the next one. Listen, this is live on the air. Okay, so just no speakers. Turn me down in the background. No speakerphone. All that, just all that stuff. Just be ready, like this next caller. Hi, you're live on Fade to Black. Who's calling?
This is Nathan in Ohio.
Hey, Nathan in Ohio. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. I guess I wanted to tell. I'll let you decide if I should tell you an abduction encounter story or relate to you the experience that led me to understand that I was an abductee, which are kind of two different stories.
Okay. Well, no, I want the better one. But and we're going to be up against it, a break here. So choose wisely and go.
Okay. All right. So when I was younger, meaning like maybe 13, 12, I was visiting family in Colorado, and I spent about 2 weeks there maybe, and I was sleeping in a basement. They had a finished basement with 2 bedrooms in it that were my cousin's rooms, and I was sleeping in a room with my cousin, but he was in one bed. They had twin beds in that room, and I woke up and I saw a similar entity to what you see in the communion film, something like a 4-foot stocky blue being. It was actually there were 2 of them. Every time I've ever seen these particular beings, I've always seen 2 of them, and they are standing at the wall pretty much as far away from the bed as they could get, like all the way across the room from me. And they never really did much other than observe everything else that happened, which was I saw to my right of the bed a pillar of light arrive in the room, kind of like an elevator. It kind of came, I don't know if it came from up or down, but it just kind of, in these 2 Nordic type beings came into the room, and they were wearing like blue jumpsuits, kind of very typical description of other than what I would say is that they're so pale they would never fit into day-to-day life on Earth, and they're a little too tall. But it was a male and a female. They come up to me, and I'm still laying in the bed. I'd actually never leave the house, but I get this impression that something sent them to communicate to me, and this female one, she lays down in the bed next to me, and she begins to transition between forms. Like at one point she turns into one girl, at one point she turns into another girl, and I didn't recognize these people at the time, but the people she transitioned through were each people that I would later have relationships with.
And this was were you dreaming or were you awake and this was physical?
No, I've had enough experiences both before this and since then to know that I have legit experiences. And I'd seen these same beings before.
Yeah, but my question is, Nathan, my question is, were you dreaming or were you awake and this was a physical live event?
I would consider it a live event.
Okay, well, why would you say consider?
Because I've had both, and I would see it as a physical experience,
right,
not something astral or dreamlike.
Right. What was the message? You said that they had a message for you.
Well, it's not like really a verbal thing. It's just something. I got the impression that somehow I had sent them to me from the future to warn me to pay attention to things that happened. And I think to some extent I kind of entered that part of my life where I'm seeing the things I'm supposed to notice, sort of. It's very, cryptic, but it was never like a save the planet message kind of thing. It was always kind of a semi-spiritual awakening type message.
Ultimately, what do you know, I've only got a minute left, Nathan, but ultimately, what do you think is going on? Why all of this contact?
I really think I kind of have been in a weird position where I've kind of entered like a time dislocative situation. I think I have I think I had a lot of intuition and psychic abilities as a child, and to some extent they play out now. And I think the contact has to do with the fact that I've either got anomalies in my like timeline, or because I have some ultimate destiny that I can't quite put my finger on yet.
Do you talk to your friends about this? Do you talk about it at work?
Not work. I have a handful of friends I discuss it with. Yeah.
Right. So they know, right?
I'm pretty open about it.
Right. And what about your family?
My son knows more about it than anybody, probably. He'll be 15.
Right.
And it's more like, because his mother passed away a few years ago and he lives here, I felt like he should know. I at least feel like this is part of my life in case anything like this begins to happen in his life.
Right. Yeah.
And
very interesting.
So,
yeah, very interesting. Yeah. Well, listen, Nathan, thank you so much, man. And you've been a part of this show for years and years and years. And just thank you so much. And tell your son I said yo, okay?
I will.
I'll talk to you, Nathan. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you, Jimmy. Beckley Teppy.
Go Beckley Teppy. That's what I'm talking about. The FADERNIGHTs, man. The FADERNIGHTs. I mean, I can't say enough about the FADERNIGHTs. Just incredible. Just incredible. And you know what? In a weird way, all of it was an accident. You know, if you think about it, everything was an accident. I mean, you guys did it. You know, it was really funny. Rita and I didn't sit around and go, okay, so we're gonna create something called let's call it the sandbox in Twitter. Let's see. Let's call everybody that listens to the show. Let's give them a name. Let's do this. Let's name it. No, you guys did everything, and that's what's great, because you know that you did everything. That's what's amazing. It's mind blowing to me. I don't know the first time that Nathan called into the show. You know, I don't know. I don't know that about most of you, but it's been going on for a long time, and I really appreciate it. So with that, let's go to a quick break. It is Tuesday night. Tonight is Fader night. I need to have my Fader not fix. I got to have it. So we're doing that tonight. Tomorrow night, Whitley Strieber is here. Thursday night, Karen A. Dahlman. I just tweeted this out, too. And the best part, Rodney. Karen and Rodney are going to be here. We're going to do a live Ouija session on the air. This is Fade to Black. More of your phone calls are next. Stay with me.
This is Fade to Black with Jimmy Church on the Game Changer Radio Network and KGRA, the Global Radio Alliance.
This is KGRA Digital Broadcasting Station, Salt Lake City, Utah, Van Buren, Arkansas.
Hello, my name is Billy Carson, and I'm a best-selling author and the founder of ForbiddenKnowledge.tv. Together with my team, we have built an all-new conscious streaming TV platform designed with every family member in mind. If you have ever wanted to travel the world and attend lectures and workshops from your favorite speakers but weren't able to, look no further. ForbiddenKnowledge.tv. There are dozens of workshops and lectures from speakers you know and love. We have also included amazing categories to assure that your consciousness is entertained and elevating on a daily basis. Amazing interviews, ancient history, ascension knowledge, wisdom teachings, documentaries, conspiracies, mysteries, health and fitness, conscious cooking, meditations, finance, yoga, and so much more. To start your free trial on any mobile device or computer, surf to ForbiddenKnowledge.tv. That's Forbidden Knowledge with the number 4, ForbiddenKnowledge.tv. Again, visit ForbiddenKnowledge.tv today.
Listen, I know, and you know, that you've always wanted your first crystal skull. Or maybe you're a collector just like me, but you just don't know where to go to find the real thing. Then I met Carolyn Ford over at EinsteinTheCrystalSkull.com. Carolyn is the guardian of Einstein, one of the most respected ancient crystal skulls in the world. All of her unique skulls have been imprinted sitting with Einstein in his sacred lodge and are carved from the finest gemstone and materials. Imprinting is the process of receiving the ancient wisdom from the master skull or master computer. Einstein, the ancient crystal skull. To see Carolyn's current collection of crystal skulls, just visit her store at EinsteinTheCrystalSkull.com or click on the banner over on our site. Don't forget to use the promo code Jimmy at checkout to receive 10% off of your order today. That's promo code Jimmy. Finding your first or next crystal skull is easy. Just visit EinsteinTheCrystalSkull.com. When you take the beans from Central America with dashes of Indonesian and African mixed in and then roast it to the dark side of Fade to Black, you create the ultimate brew of fringe. Introducing the Fade to Black blend from River Moon Coffee. Yes, River Moon's darkest customized roast was created for the love of Fade to Black. The alchemy of masterful roasting and smoking the beans is in every sip of this full-bodied, dark Java. I need my coffee dark, deep, with distinct bittersweet chocolate highlights, just like the bunker. Leaning further into the darkness of the roast is Fade to Black blend from River Moon Coffee. Just click on the banner at jimmychurchradio.com and use the promo code F2BBLEND for 15% off of your order today. Go Beckley Teppy.
Hello, I'm Katie, and you're listening to my main man, Jimmy Church, on jimmychurchradio.com.
Hi, this is Ray Hobbs here, repping the planet, and you're listening to my good friend, Jimmy Church, Fade to Black, on the Game Changer Network and the KGRA Digital Broadcast Station.
This is Toby Kebbell. You're listening to JimmyChurchRadio.com. Don't hurt me, Jimmy. I'm only little.
Hey, I'm Adrian Grenier. And this is Ari Gold. We're the Honey Brothers. We are also Honey Brothers. Hey, I'm Adrian Grenier.
And I'm Ari Gold.
We're the Honey Brothers.
And you're listening to Jimmy Church.
The Revolution.
This is Jimmy Church of Fade to Black, and you can become an official FADERNIGHT by just going to our membership section at jimmychurchradio.com.
Hello, this is Serena Wright Taylor from Conscious Life Expo, and you're listening to Fade to Black with Jimmy Church, who holds the Lucky Pony record for the best astrological chart since 1963. True story.
This is Micah Hanks of the Gralien Report, and you're listening to Jimmy Church on Fade to Black, across the globe on the Game Changer Radio Network and the one and only KGRA Radio, The Planet.
All right, welcome back. Fade to Black. I'm your host, Jimmy Church. That's right. Tonight is FADERNIGHT, 747-228-2051. Tonight is FADERNIGHT. Thursday night, we are going to have Karen Dahlman, Rodney are going to be here for a live Ouija session, live on the air. And we do this once or twice a year with Karen and Rodney, and we certainly do it every October, and there you go. So that will be Thursday night. Tomorrow night, I want to remind everybody what's going on. Tomorrow night It is Whitley Strieber joining the show. We've got lots to talk about, and that'll be tomorrow night. We're going to talk about the weaponization of space. Do we need to do it? What is up with that? Right? Do we need to defend ourselves? What is going on? What is the real intention here? It's crazy. So that's tomorrow night. What is going on? A lot of chatter out of Washington this week. All right. So with that, let's go straight back to the phones. Hi, you're live on. Hi, you're live on Fade to Black. Who's calling?
This is Jim from the great state of Oregon.
Hey, Dan from the great state of Oregon. How are you?
Good. It's not Dan. It's Jim.
Oh, Jim. See. I heard Dan. Why would I?
I may have said Dan. I was one of the people that got sick with COVID, and ever since then,
you can't
just
think.
not been the same.
Right. All right, Jim. What's on your mind, man?
Well, I want to talk about a UFO experience I had back when I was 12 years old.
What happened?
Well, me and my best friend, the kid that I grew up with, were out in our backyard, and this was in California in the city of Folsom. And it was a beautiful night, must have been 10, 11 o'clock at night, and we were sitting out back, and we were looking up at the stars, enjoying the beauty, and we see one star, go from horizon to horizon. Like, whoa, what, did you see that? Whoa, that was weird. Then we saw another one. And these two stars were dancing back and forth. I mean, from horizon to horizon. And at incredible speeds. I mean, just faster than you could track it with your head. I mean, it would be gone, and then it would be back. And we were looking at each other going, do you see that? Yeah, I see that. And then from one of them, there was a small pulsating light that went to the other one, and it blew up. And we looked at each other, and we were like, did you just see that?
So you saw a battle.
Yeah, exactly. That's the best way to describe it.
Right.
I was like, it was, and it looked, they were just like stars. If they stopped, they looked just like a star. But it would just go, and it would be gone from horizon to horizon, faster than you could blink.
So
I mean, it was incredible.
Yeah, Jim. Let me ask you this: when apparently, when the object got shot, right, and it's no longer there, what did the winner, right? What did it do?
It just zoomed off. It was gone.
And it was gone.
It went over the horizon, and it was gone.
So it was like a duel, right?
Yeah, I mean and I've always been of two minds of this, because shortly after that, that's when all the Reagan Star Wars stuff started. And and in his speech where he talked about we were facing an alien threat,
right?
And so I'm like, that's it. They were aliens.
Right.
I saw spaceships battling.
Did you ever see anything again, or was that it?
No, I have. That was it. That's the only thing I've ever seen in my entire life. And I've looked. I've been out at night, and I've looked, and when I go out at night, I look up, and maybe I'll see him again. But no, never. I mean, it was like winning the lotto.
Wow. I've heard different experiences from many people that have seen what they describe as a battle up in the stars, where they have seen ships shooting what looks to be like lasers or something at each other, almost like asteroids, and the video game Asteroids. And I've never seen anything like that. I did see on it was Sunday night. I did see, and it was long, and it went from south to north. It went from my right to my left, and it was long. And this guy it was fast too, and it was zigzagging. And it was a semi-dim. It wasn't like a really bright object. It was up there. It was tiny. But it was just going as fast as I could look at it. It seemed like it took another zag and another zig, all the way across the sky. And it only lasted for about 10 seconds and then faded out and was gone. So I couldn't show it to anybody else. And I was the only one. I was telling everybody what I was seeing. But, yeah, and that was... But I've never seen anything like zig and zag and turn and shoot at something else. No, I haven't seen that.
Yeah, I mean, these things were making, like, it would go, like, in a V shape. Like, it would go at an angle, and they would cut back at, like, a 90-degree angle or a 180-degree angle. And it was just, I mean, instantaneous. It wasn't like it slowed down and turned around. It would just go in one direction, and then instantly it was going the other direction.
Like asteroids.
Yeah, just like it was. I almost liken it if you took two billiard balls on a pool table and you started slamming them against the table and they were bouncing off the bumpers and you had two of them. That's what it kind of looked like. They were just zigzagging back and forth, and it was like one was chasing the other one and the other one was, that's the best way to describe it. Was like one was chasing the other and it was trying to get position on it, and it was like It almost looked like, in Star Wars when you see the photon torpedoes go off and it kind of pulsates. This other light pulsated towards the other one like fast, and there was a big bright flash, and then the other one went and just like was gone, and that was it. Me and my friend looked at each other and was like, "Did you just see that?" And he was like, "Yeah, that thing blew up," and I was like, "Oh my God,"
That's a class A sighting, Jim. And thank you for sharing that with us. Before I let you go, how are you doing up there with the fires?
We had a few scary weeks where, with especially a lot of smoke. It got about 50 miles from where I'm at. I'm in Salem.
Mm-hmm.
And so, but at work, we had a lot of the firemen coming in and buying supplies and a lot of people camping in our parking lot. So, but things are much better now.
Yeah, good for you. All right, right on. Hey, Jim, enjoy the rest of your night, man, and thank you for sharing that with us. Great sighting.
Thank you.
Go Beckley Tepe.
Go Beckley Tepe.
That's what I'm talking about, man. I love the FADERNIGHTs. I love the FADERNIGHTs. I love the FADERNIGHTs right there. That's proof positive right there when I can always get a Go Beckley Tepe. With that, let's go back to the phones and let's see here. Let's go. Okay. Yeah, let's go here next. Hi, you're live on Fade to Black. Who's calling?
Jimmy Church, this is Germs calling from St. Peters, Missouri.
How are you, Germs?
How you doing, my brother? Last time I talked to you, I had a very hard time with that playing the guitar, yeah?
Yeah.
Well, guess what? Jimmy.
Yeah.
Jimmy.
Yeah.
The F chord is no longer a problem. I can individually stroke all those notes, baby, and they sound beautiful.
Oh, right on, man. Right on.
All right, really quick, before I get to some I got Lola in my hand. I got me my first crystal skull. I was very, very put on when I heard Carolyn speak. And also with you in your bunker. I don't see you on the camera. I don't think it should exist because you do a radio show. But
I know. I'm with you on that, Germs. I'm with you on that.
Hey, it's talk radio for a reason, yeah?
Yeah.
I got Lola in my hand. Shout out to Carolyn. Shout out to you and anybody else who wants to dive into the unknown, if you will. But put that to a side. I'll put her down. So, Jimmy, I listen to your show as often as I can, and there's a bunch of brilliant minds, the people that you interview, yourself, and the FADERNIGHTs alike. There's so much that in the world that we're not told. There's one perception that we all have to see through. There's one looking glass. There's one way that we're all brought up to see, right? And there's a bunch of amazing stuff around us, and I don't think that we all stop to take the time and try to process and understand the world that we actually live in. You know, you see these these great monuments in South America. You see them in North America. You see them in Africa. You see them. You just name it, and they're all around the world, and they're all in this one alignment. And it all just seems almost too perfect for this all to be a coincidence. They claim this Big Bang theory. It started.
You're live on Fade to Black. Thank you, Germs. Who's calling?
Michael Jolin. I tried earlier, and you asked me to find a better reception area.
Okay, I got you, Michael. Okay, so you were saying that you met an artist that could draw a picture of someone from your past, right?
Yeah, well, I am the artist, but I met a man who could do that. Draw a picture of someone in your past, might be your dog, might be one or two or three drawings, and then eventually develop the capacity to do a reading from that person. And his name is John Charles Gold. My name is Michael Jolin. I happen to be an old artist. And I have been attempting, because he's talked to me about you for years and your wife. And I wanted you to know what he could do. We've done demonstrations through my website. We got a few examples. And if anyone were interested in this topic, they could go and take a look. He does these things on sliding scales, and if he can't connect, he doesn't charge anything. But I want what he brings through in his readings are not what Edgar Casey did in trance with a lot of medical things, but they're the kind of things that you would get if you went to a shrink. And he's been very helpful to people that I have sent him to. And I think it's an unusual capacity. I live near Casadega, Florida, lots of mediums, lots of psychics. But it's very unusual to find someone that not only can go to the other side, but also draw someone or your dog or your great-great-grandfather and then communicate. I found it fascinating, and I thought I should try to call you and say, hey, if anyone has an interest in this man's capacity, I would love to connect you to him, and you can do it through me or through him.
Well, are you on Twitter, Michael?
Well, I'm an older guy. I don't have. I can write down any Twitter.
Okay. Well, what you need to do is get on Twitter and post it up there, the information with hashtag F2B to the FADERNIGHT, and get it out there. They will go and check it out during the show tonight with the hashtag F2B, and you're off to the races. Okay. And they'll let me know. Obviously I'm not going to check it out during the show,
of course.
But they'll let me know, and I'll go and check it out later. So get it up in Twitter, okay?
Twitter F2B.
Hashtag F2B.
Hashtag F2B. I might have an. Okay, and I thank you so much.
Yeah. Thank you, Michael. I'm very interested in this. So get it up there. And the FADERNIGHTs will go and check it out and report back and let us know, okay?
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And my best, he claims that Rita is really in charge there.
Yeah, she is. That's the way it is.
All right. Okay.
I'm no different than anybody else. Have a great night, Michael.
Thank you.
Yeah,
take care.
Yeah, I'm really interested in that. Yeah, absolutely. So definitely, Michael, post it up there on Twitter. You've got some work to do. Go and figure it out, and you do your part, and then boom. This is interesting. Can he email you guys? Exactly. All he's got to do is go to the website, and you can email me straight through the website. It's all easy. Okay. All right. With that, Let's go back to the phones. Let's see who is up next. And 747-228-2051. 747-228-2051. And, okay. Let's, we're going to go here next. This is Fade to Black. I'm going to do this real fast. Watch this. Hi, you're live on Fade to Black. Who's calling?
Hey, Jimmy, it's Heather from Mansfield.
Hi, Heather from Mansfield. How are you?
Hi, dear. Happy belated birthday.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
And hopefully yours will be the only one tonight. Everybody, thank you for all the birthday wishes. But
You're sick of it now, right?
Yeah, it's already passed. It's passed.
Well, it's your birthday month because my birthday was on the 4th.
Oh, happy birthday. See?
Thank you. Well, yeah.
Exactly.
So, yeah,
see, you just reacted like I did.
Right. Yeah, I'm not really that happy about my birthdays because, as a woman, men get distinguished. Women just get old. So, it is what it is.
Okay. All right.
But, hey, you know what? I did want to ask you a really important question, but before I do that, I wanted to say something based on what you were talking about earlier, and it just sparked something in my head. And that is, when you were talking about Eddie Van Halen, and obviously all of us Fadernauts know what an influence he was on your life, but it made me think about you, because you are that same influence on so many people's lives that watch your show. And like when I call in, I'm not calling in because I'm like, oh, I want to be on the radio. I'm calling in because I do feel like one of your guests, like you and I are just sitting on my couch, and I'm calling you to have a conversation because there's not a lot of people in my world that I can just sit down and talk about things with on this level. And I love the fact that I can listen to your show and I feel like I'm sitting on your couch.
Well, that's the point. That's the point, Heather.
Yeah, I know. I love it.
That's exactly the point. I know.
And I just wanted to reaffirm that to you, that's what we're getting on our side from you.
I thank you so much for that. No, I thank you for that. Okay. All right.
Okay.
But
all right. Well, let's get that sappy stuff out of the way.
Okay. I've got 60 seconds, so make it happen.
Oh, shoot. Well, I wanted to ask you about E8 theory, if you'd heard about it.
If I've heard about what?
E8 theory. We're talking about physics now. I want to do physics.
Which theory? Say it again.
It's called E8 theory.
E8?
Now, it's 2 years old. Yeah, E8. E8 theory.
Okay.
The guy that came up with it is Garrett Lisi.
An acceptance
and I
theory of
everything.
Oh, yes.
It's like 2 years ago that I saw. It was 2 years old, the post I saw.
Right.
And what I researched. It was like 2 years ago.
Right.
So I didn't know if it went anywhere, if you'd heard of it, because I know you're big into the physics, and so am I. So I just wanted to know if you'd heard of it and what you thought of it.
Right. Now, I have looked. This is, okay, it's E with a little 8 next to it.
Like
E8.
E8.
Yes.
Yeah.
And what is strange about it, it's a general theory of everything, and that's what physics has been pushing for.
Correct.
And going back to Einstein, he didn't quite get there. String theory is trying to be this unifying theory of everything, and so is E8. But physicists themselves don't talk about E8. It's kind of like this fringe theory for us, right? It's weird,
right?
But I have looked into it. It's very interesting. I've looked at all of the images of it. I have checked it out over quite a couple of years at least. I've looked into it, and I think they called it like the simple theory of everything. And this is the thing, Heather, and I've said this a lot, and I do have to get to a break, but I'll say this a lot. I'll say it again. When this breaks down, right, the theory of everything, it's not going to be complicated. It's not. It's not going to be complicated.
As above, so below.
Well,
whatever they have come up with the grandiose, the large, the small, or the large, they're going to converge. They have to.
Yeah, I agree.
You're right.
Yeah.
It's going to be the most simplest explanation ever that no one ever thought of because they were thinking outside of the box way too much.
Yeah. And I'll say this. I got to get to a break, Heather. Thank you for the phone call.
Sorry, man. I wish I could hold over.
But,
all right.
But
man,
listen.
I want to talk some physics with you.
Well,
all right. Cool.
We'll do it again. Come on.
I know.
I'm always here for you, Heather. I am always here for you. But you know what you just did is you forced everybody to go and search E8 theory. And that's why we love you. Thank you, Heather. Have a great night.
All right. Love you, Jimmy. Have a great night.
Go Beckley Tappy.
Love you. Okay. Go Beckley Tappy.
That's what I'm talking about right there. E8 theory. Do go and check it out. It's pretty interesting. It is. It really is. It's Tuesday night. It is Fader night. It's not Thursday. Tonight's Tuesday. 747-228-2051. More of your phone calls are next. Stay with me.
Way out here, we listen to Jimmy Church.
You're listening to Fade to Black.
Always on the edge of the hottest alternative talk. Jimmy Church with Fade to Black. KGRARadio.com.
¿Qué tal, mis amigos? Yo soy Mario Carson, el tiburón, y los invito para que escuchen a mi buen amigo Jimmy Church Radio. ¡Claro que sí!
Do you want to be an official Fadernight? Of course you do. This is Jimmy Church of Fade to Black. Just go to our membership section at jimmychurchradio.com. This Halloween, the Dark Zone invites you to spend 4 haunted nights with the Queen, October 29th through November 1st. Virtually board the most famous ghost ship in the world. Get your boarding pass now because you'll get to join me, Jimmy Church, on Friday evening when I go ghost hunting. Live, when anything could happen and probably will. And here's the deal. For just $19.99, you get virtual access to the entire Queen Mary, 24-hour surveillance of the most haunted rooms, interaction with your favorite paranormal investigators, very special celebrity guests including Kane Hodder, that's Jason from Friday the 13th, and Chad Lindbergh of the TV series Supernatural. Musical guests including Filter and Beasto Blanco. There will be a costume contest and a Day of the Dead celebration. Halloween is not canceled. For your boarding pass and info, just click on the Dark Zone banner at jimmychurchradio.com and throughout our social media. When you click on that link, just use the promo code Jimmy for a special discount. That's right. You are invited to spend 4 nights of Halloween with the Queen.
So, you love talk radio? Then you'll love TalkStreamLive.com. TalkStream Live is always on, 24/7 with the best streaming talk shows. Find your favorite talkers and discover some new ones. It's free, readily available online or on mobile with any smartphone or tablet. Finding your favorite talk shows all in one place has gotten a whole lot easier. Just go to TalkStreamLive.com. Be sure to download the free apps from Google Play or the iTunes App Store.
You listen to us, and we listen to you. And so does the CIA. KGRARadio.com.
Telepath is a weekly digital newsletter filled with the latest paranormal news, trending topics, and fresh articles from some of the most popular critical thinkers in the community today. Stay informed on your favorite paranormal podcasts and live streaming talk shows. Interact with the Telepath and upload your paranormal story or pics. It could be featured in an upcoming edition. Sign up right now for the free Telepath newsletter at paranormal.radio. That's paranormal.radio.
Including the network you're listening to right now, the Paranormal Radio app, free in Google Play and the iOS App Store.
You are listening to Fade to Black with Jimmy Church on the Game Changer Network.
Oi, oi, I'm Reese Evans. You're listening to Jimmy Church. This is Revolution. The revolution will not be televised. The revolution is on radio. Ciao.
Welcome back. Fade to Black. Thursday night, Fader night. Tonight is Fader night. It's Tuesday night. See? Old habits, right? It's Tuesday. It's not Thursday. Don't freak out. Tuesday, 747-228-2051. I'm putting calls on hold right now. And if you're on hold, stay right there. I will get to everybody, I promise. And 747-228-2051. Let's go back to the phones. Hi, you're live on Fade to Black. Who's calling?
What's up, JC? How you doing, buddy?
Who's this?
This is Scott.
Hey, Scott. How are you?
Oh, man, I miss you, JC. Happy belated birthday, you my Hoosier boy.
Yeah, thank you so much, man. Thank you. So what's on your mind, man? What's going on?
Well, every time I talk to you, I feel like I'm missing like a part of my family back in like you're part of my little boys that we used to run around with back in Indiana.
Yeah, man.
So I know that when you had your birthday, you had liver and onions and you had rhubarb pie for dessert, correct?
Liver and onions and rhubarb pie.
Hey, well, let me tell you something. You and I have like a really close life with each other. Your dad was in the military. You traveled all over the place. My dad was with Sears and Roebuck, so we traveled all over the place. And when I was younger, I picked up the guitar and started getting the blues to Colt. And then I had a friend that had an older brother. And he says, hey, come over here, man. He goes, I want to hang out with some older people. They were like just about like 5 years older than me. And he said, get in my car, man. I got to play you something. He goes, you want to smoke a joint? I'm like, okay, sure. This is almost like, what is that, Dazed and Confused thing?
Sure.
So I get in the back of this guy's car, and he slaps in Van Halen. He plays Eruption, and it breaks into Girl, You Really Got Me Now. And I was floored.
Yeah.
I mean, literally floored. I was like, no, this is not happening. When you first heard that guitar sound, how mean and nasty it was, it is just ramming right down your face and your throat and your mind. You knew this guy wasn't playing. Oh, I'm going to miss Eddie Van Halen.
Yeah. What's really strange for me with You Really Got Me, Van Halen's version of course, the Kinks song, You Really Got Me. It was the tone, it was the party attitude and what David Lee Roth did to the song, and it was all of that. But for me, that wasn't the hook. The hook in the song was Eddie's little so it went
da na
the
pig scrapes.
No. It was the da na 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 na.
Oh yeah.
And I heard that and I was like, that's cool. But how am I because it's like a little out of time and it's just a little wrong, but it's so correct at the same time. So it was getting that right. And it's so funny. Whenever I hear a band try to cover that, I'm waiting for that, right? Da-na-na-na, da-na-na. That's got to be right. It's got to be
the wrist action's always wrong.
But yeah.
Well, then Van Halen 2 came out, and that was just a burner, too. It was just like we just couldn't wait for the Van Halen 2 album. And, man, I was so flipped out when this whole thing happened. And I was like, man, this is hard to believe that he's gone. But I always remember one thing, and I saw him in Cobo Hall in Detroit. And I think it was Diver Down tour. And my sister dragged me over there, and I was just floored about how crazy that the fans were just so crazy for these guys. A 3-night thing in Detroit there, and it was just an unbelievable show to see Eddie just play. And they were just young and they were just, I don't even know how to comprehend in their own mind where they were at that time of how they could be on planet Earth. It just must have been sensational. Sensational.
Yeah. You know, all the early shows I saw with Van Halen were at Market Square Arena. And it was such, I remember it would have been 1984, right before I came to California. So that was like...
Diver Down, right?
Yeah, Diver Down, Fair Warning, Diver Down, you know, right in there.
Yeah.
And it would have been the last album that they did with David, because then I came to California and then David left and they brought in Sammy. So, but anyway, that tour, I went to Peaches Records on, what was that, 21st and Post Road, right? I think that was Peaches. Anyway, the line for Van Halen tickets lasted for about, I want to say 2 days.
Wow.
And so anyway, so check this out. So I'm in line and my friends, and there was like tents and people, it just never ended. But I'm there and I'm pretty close to the front with my group of friends. And after about 24 hours, we're leaving, getting food, coming back, standing in line, for 4, 5, 6 hours, split, come back, we'd swap out. But I look, and I'm not making this up. I hope my brother Kevin is listening right now. I look, and the line winds around. I'm in front. I'm next to the record store. Karma Records, was it Peaches? Man, I can't remember. Anyway, so the line went out up to Post Road around the parking lot and then back down Post Road. And,
that's not on 18th Street?
No, I think it's 21st. I think it's 21st.
Okay.
21st and Post. So anyway, this is like a day later, and I'm tired, and it was a party. And I look, and guess who was in line? My mom. My mom. I look, and it's my mom and my brother
She's trying to buy
Kevin.
You tickets?
No, they're buying their own tickets. But my mom is in line with my brother Kevin. Now, Kevin, at that time, I was probably 20. I had moved out of the house, right?
Right.
But,
is your younger brother?
It's my younger brother Kevin, and he was probably 14, 15.
Oh my gosh!
And it's my mom. And I couldn't believe my eyes. And it was
like
crazy.
It's like the Dazed and Confused things all over again.
I mean, how crazy is that? My mom. It's my mom. My mom is standing in line for Van Halen tickets with my brother Kevin, and that was
the things moms will do for us kids.
I mean,
well, listen, I know it's your birthday here, and I want to do a thing which Hagar does, Sammy Hagar does. That's this or that. Can we play a this or that thing?
This I don't know what that is, but I can figure it out.
Okay.
Go ahead.
This or that means you get to pick one or the other. Nothing in between. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Stones or Beatles?
Stones.
Okay. Hagar or Roth?
Oh, come on. Next question.
Okay. Now this is a 3-part question. Jeff Beck, Stevie Ray Vaughan, or Eddie Van Halen?
Oh man. That's not even fair. Well, first off, it's three different categories. Now,
right.
If you were, that's like saying now if you went Eddie Van Halen, Vito Bratta, Vito Bratta, or who else was an Eddie knockoff? Vito Bratta and Akira Takasaki, right? If you gave me that, then I would say Eddie Van Halen. But you can't go back and
wait, but this was a this or that. Remember?
Yeah, but you can't. Because that's a tie.
Okay. I'll let you slide on that one.
That's a
okay,
tie.
ready for the next one?
Okay.
Bob Seger or Bruce Springsteen?
Oh, that's a tough one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's a tough one. Oh, man. Oh, God. You're going to make me do that? That's a tough one.
Yeah, you got to pick one.
That's a
it's
tough
your birthday,
one.
man.
I'm going to go.
You got to go for it.
Okay. I'm going to go. Whichever one I pick is the wrong one, so it doesn't really matter. I'm going Bob Seger.
Yes.
I'm going Bob Seger.
I knew you would do it, man.
No.
Yes.
I'm doing Bob Seger for the good folks of Indiana. But
man.
If you're going nationwide, you got to go Bruce. But Bob Seger had a band. That was a great band.
Dude, Silver Bullet Band.
Silver Bullet Band. And wow, that's a tough call, man. That's a tough call. I'm going Bob.
Yeah, hit after hit after hit, like a rock, Roll Me Away, Turn the Page. Oh, come on. And Bruce Springsteen is the same thing, man. That's a tough call. You're right. Okay, next one. I got two more. Halford or Tate?
Halford.
Okay. Here's the last one. Megadeth or Metallica?
Oh, Metallica.
All right.
Metallica.
Happy birthday, Jimmy, man. I miss you and I love you, brother.
I love you back, Scott. Go Beckley Teppy.
You too, brother. Take care.
And that's a tough one right there. Halford or Jeff Tate. Without Halford, there is no Jeff Tate. Okay, so that's the way that breaks down right there. But that's a tough one. That's a tough one. That's a tough one. Metallica or Megadeth. The thing is about Megadeth, if you take Dave Mustaine's vocals out of the band and you just go with the music, really great stuff. Mustaine, I always felt like he needed a singer. And I know there's Mustaine fans out there and they get it, and that's fine. That's fine. That's not what I'm saying. But Megadeth, if they had a singer, that's a whole nother story right there. Let's go back to the phones. Hi, you're live on Fade to Black. Who's calling?
Hey, Jimmy, it's your old mate Taz.
Oh, Taz, how are you, man?
I'm doing great, Jimmy. Happy belated birthday, my friend.
Yeah, thank you. And today is now tomorrow for you. So what's going on out there? What's the latest?
Well, Jimmy, I just want to know if you guys have heard of ForgottenOrigin.com with Stephen and Evan Strong. They do the Out of Australia theory.
Well, I know who they are, of course. And what's the website?
ForgottenOrigin.com.
Okay. Do you dig it?
Oh, yeah. I'm getting into it. I just sort of want to pick your opinion on this December 21st Uluru prophecy, if you know anything about that.
A little
with
bit.
The Palladians.
Yeah. A little bit. What have you got for me?
Well, not much, only just as much as what's being let out at the moment. So, I mean, there's more information to come very soon. Well, basically, the story is the Palladians came here and dropped off what the original elders are referring to as a magic box. And supposedly it's placed at Uluru, and there's these powerful crystals the Palladians dropped off in there. And that they're supposed to be coming back here at December 21st this year. And apparently there's a number of people this box is going to be turned on, and it's going to start resonating, and then it needs to feed off pure positive human energy. And apparently they need a minimum number of people. And I know that number now. The number has been hidden for a little while, but you know the Bible pretty well, Jimmy.
I do. Forgotten Images is .com doesn't come up.
No, Forgotten Origin.
Oh, Origin. I did Forgotten Images. Yeah. Okay. Forgotten Origin. Okay. But December 21st, these boxes are supposed to be turned on?
Yeah. And, well, they need a certain number of people apparently because it's going to turn on and be activated, but it needs to be, basically it's going to be in neutral mode when it turns on. So they need the energy of these people to turn it on. So, and this is where I hark back to the Bible. Okay, so they need 6 figures. The number, I've been told, is 144,000.
Yeah, I'm here now. I've got the site up, and anybody can go. It's ForgottenOrigins.com. And here it is, December 21st, Uluru. This has been an evolving process that began nearly 3 years ago. Elders and keepers of the lores have approached us with an almost identical word-for-word description of soon-to-come days of complete transformation. Such has been the number and consistency of the narrative. If other elders approach us on unrelated archaeology or history that involves old way protocol and knowledge, we always introduce the topic of the oncoming change to see how they react or if they know about the Renaissance. This is pretty interesting. Okay, I'll look into it a little bit more. And yeah, Steve and Evan Strong. I mean, both great guys. But I haven't followed this. But thank you.
Dan posted the link on Twitter too.
What's that?
Dan James just posted the link on Twitter as well.
Okay, good. See, that's why you guys are the best. That's why you guys are the best.
Love you, Jimmy.
Thank you so much, Taz. And behave, be well, and we'll see you tomorrow night.
Always do. Go Beckley Teppy.
Go Beckley Teppy. He says it the best right there. Live from Western Australia. And, no, Tasmania. Okay, so there's that. Let's see. Where am I going next? I got time for one more quick call before the break. And let's go here. Yeah, December 21st, Uluru. That's ULURU. And the website is right there. Thank you, Dan, for getting that posted. And there you go. And I've got my, it's kind of weird. My phone system is it's here, it's active, it's all good. But some of these calls that have been on hold for over an hour are locked up. So, I may have to reset. I might reset during the break. But yeah, it's really a bummer too, because these calls, there's like 6, and I'm trying to get to the oldest ones, and they are locked up. I feel bad. All right, let me see here. I am going to, I'm just going to do a reset right now live on the air, and I'll get everybody to just call back in, and we'll get those numbers reset. Okay, so let me go here. And if it doesn't happen now in the next 60 seconds, I will take a break. But tonight is Tuesday. It is Fader Night tonight. 747-228-2051. 747-228-2051. And I will break away and take a quick break right now and come back with more of your phone calls. This is Fade to Black. I am your host, Jimmy Church. 747-228-2051. Tomorrow night, right here, Whitley Strieber. Thursday night, it's Karen Dahlman and Rodney, live Ouija session on the air. I'm your host, Jimmy Church. I'll be right back. Stay with us.
Hi everybody, this is Rob Halford, the Metal Guard on JimmyChurchRadio.com.
This is KGRA Digital Broadcasting Station. Salt Lake City, Utah. Van Buren, Arkansas.
Why is it we're not very good with our health regimen until it's too late? We don't put oil in the car until the engine blows up. When the body's out of balance, your health is not so good. Give your body some love. Log on to getthetea.com. That's getthetea.com. Try our Life Change Tea, which cleanses you from harmful intruders. A clean colon is one of the ways to bring the body in balance. We also carry organic supplements to help you get where you need to go. So do your body a favor. Log on to getthetea.com. That's getthetea.com. You can even visit our sales page to save some dough. Does anybody call money dough anymore? Anyway, if you're looking for short, helpful health tips, go to YouTube and punch in Health Matters Now. That's Health Matters Now. So, log on to getthetea.com, shop, get balanced, then learn some cool tips at Health Matters Now. You'll be glad you did. That's getthetea.com.
Your contact for current news and trending topics. KGRAradio.com.
This is Jimmy Church of Fade to Black, and I only drink Fade to Black blend coffee from River Moon. Just click on the River Moon Coffee banner at jimmychurchradio.com. Promo code F2B Blend. Let's face it, you've always wanted to do a sky watch and see your first UFO. Today, it's easy. Just get your own HP7 3B Cobalt Jimmy Church Edition night vision goggles from Hoffman's Optics. This is the same U.S. military system that I use, featuring a Generation 3 blue phosphor image tube. That's right, it's blue, not black and green. This is the only blue system in the world, and it's waterproof, lightweight, combat-proof, simple to use, and ready to go. Hoffman's Optics helped create night vision sky watches, and now you can see what everyone has been talking about each night from your own backyard. Just call 760-231-9929. That's 760-231-9929. You can click on the banners on our site or visit UFOnightvisiongoggles.com. That's UFOnightvisiongoggles.com. Go back, Lee Tappy.
This is the only way forward.
This is Fade to Black. Make contact. KGRAradio.com.
Listen, I know, and you know, that you've always wanted your first crystal skull. Or maybe you're a collector just like me, but you just don't know where to go to find the real thing. Then I met Carolyn Ford over at EinsteinTheCrystalSkull.com. Carolyn is the guardian of Einstein, one of the most respected ancient crystal skulls in the world. All of her unique skulls have been imprinted sitting with Einstein in his sacred lodge and are carved from the finest gemstone and materials. Imprinting is the process of receiving the ancient wisdom from the master skull or master computer. Einstein, the ancient crystal skull. To see Carolyn's current collection of crystal skulls, just visit her store at EinsteinTheCrystalSkull.com or click on the banner over on our site. Don't forget to use the promo code Jimmy at checkout to receive 10% off of your order today. That's promo code Jimmy. Finding your first or next crystal skull is easy. Just visit EinsteinTheCrystalSkull.com.
Telepath is a weekly digital newsletter filled with the latest paranormal news, trending topics, and fresh articles from some of the most popular critical thinkers in the community today. Stay informed on your favorite paranormal podcasts and live streaming talk shows. Interact with the Telepath and upload your paranormal story or pics. It could be featured in an upcoming edition. Sign up right now for the free Telepath newsletter at paranormal.radio. That's paranormal.radio.
You want to know a secret? I love ponies. I really love ponies. I'm serious. I couldn't stay sane without ponies to brush.
Why fade to black? Because you never got that pony, damn it.
This is Fade to Black with Jimmy Church on the Game Changer Radio Network and KGRA, the Global Radio Alliance.
Welcome back, Fade to Black. I'm your host, Jimmy Church. Thursday night. Dude, Tuesday night. Tuesday night. It's Tuesday. It's not Thursday. It's Tuesday. Tuesday night. Tonight is Fader Night. 747-228-2051. 747-228-2051. And I'll get to the phone calls again in just a bit. But I want to go back to what Heather was talking about earlier when she called in, and what and this is what I meant when I did my opening rant tonight. What I was saying was that when I say the emotions were running high for the last 2 weeks, I do want to suggest to everybody so you can understand what I'm talking about, and it's a commitment. But Stargate SGU is 40 episodes. Each episode is 45 minutes long. So you're talking about a 40-hour commitment to binge. Okay, it's going to take a minute. But I was in the middle of all of that every single night after the show, trying to squeeze some episodes in during the day. But I really got involved into the storyline there. And the storyline, which is it's kind of revealed at the end of the first season what really is going on. But, okay, so us here on Earth, a certain amount of us, I'm going to say it's probably between 50 and 100 people, get transported onto this large starship. And they find out later, and it's ginormous, it's big, and they never get a chance to even check out the entire ship through both seasons. New stuff was being discovered all the time. But they find out that the ship itself, which is empty, was built 1 million years ago and is flying itself, and it's got faster than light engines, and it's doing these jumps from star to star to star. They don't know where they're going. They're heading out across the universe, and they're going from galaxy to galaxy. It's pretty crazy. But this is what is revealed, and this is what got me so wrapped up into this. They were chasing down a signal. The ship was on its way to the Big Bang, and that there was a radio signal that was sent before the Big Bang happened. Okay? So, and what was in this message, and what did it say, and now, so I'm not going to give anything else, but that's what the show is about. So they're on their way to the center of everything to get to this radio signal to find out what it is. So me binging on this like I was, and the adventure that they were on and discovering this ship and things, I really got into. And it was the story. The acting was great. The story's there, but the script is there. And then coupled with all of that is this cinematography. And this is 2009. The ship, okay, I'm just going to go there, is, especially from the top view, it's got some Anunnaki vibe to it. Okay, I'm not going to go any further than that, but it's the shape of the ship. The back of the ship, and it's this point, but at the back of the ship is a frigging Mayan pyramid. Okay, so that's on the back, right? With the steps and the shape. When you see it, you're going to go, oh, okay. Mayan, a little bit of the Pyramid of the Sun in Mexico City, but it's got that vibe, the Central American pyramid vibe. So that's on the back of the ship. Now, it's not stone, it's metal and glass and things, but that's the vibe with this Anunnaki overall shape to it. So it's got these elements. And when you're a listener to the show or you research like I do and you see these things, you recognize them out of the gate. You're like, okay, I know where that's from. Okay, I get that. I get the pyramid. Okay, so that for us is fascinating. You've got to go and check that out. And then you couple all of that with what they are actually doing. One of the most fascinating storylines that you can have, that before the Big Bang, apparently somebody was there. Now, when you couple, yeah, there it is right there. Thank you, bloke from Oz. There's the ship. There's the back of the ship, and you can see it. There's the pyramid. I don't know what. And there's the FTL engines. That's pretty good. See if you can get me some other shots and post that. That's a gift. Get some shots of the Destiny, especially that pyramid. It's pretty cool. And the top view of the ship is very revealing, its shape. So anyway, going back to the Big Bang, where there is this communication, this message, this signal, this thing that is out there. And we all know what all the physicists today, well, the majority, are going to tell you, that the Big Bang was the origin of everything, including time. And before the Big Bang, there was no time. It didn't exist. And the universe. And it makes you just wonder, well, then what was out in space before the Big Bang? Are you saying that there was nothing? There were no stars? There was nothing to see? It was just black? That there was nothing there? I find that hard to digest today. I really do. And especially when we're talking about the multiverse and how many other universes could have been created before ours, and how many were out there and what could actually be seen through that expansion. So there's that part of it. But that's what SGU is about. So when I talk about this emotional thing, I'm going through season 1. Thank you for that, Tirana. And you can see there's the back of the pyramid. See the back of the ship. You can see the steps that I'm talking about. Thank you for that. Yes. All right. You guys pick up the vibe now that I'm talking about? Look at the shape. I'm going to retweet this. Thank you for that, Mark. And this is the Destiny from... Okay, I got to do this in real time. Everybody, just stay with me, okay? And there you go. See, I can type fast. Boom. There it is. It's up. There it is. And so you can check it out. So when you see the Destiny and you see all of these tie-ins, and the second shot from Mark showing you the outline of the ship from above. Yeah, that's pretty cool. The deck that I keep talking about, at the top of the pyramid on the left-hand side from the front view, this little deck pops out and it raises up. And that's the secret flight deck that they didn't find until season 2. All through season 1, the ship is flying itself. But then Dr. Rush finds the real flight deck. And you got it all. You got the bridge. You got the chair. You know, it's pretty cool. So I'm going through that. All right, so back to the point. And I have this thought that pops in my head, that I would love to be the guy. Thank you. Now Mark's has got these flooding in. There you go. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, there it is. Blueprints. And there it is, traveling at FTL. So, the pressing of the buttons and the way that Dr. Rush is looking out the window, they're jumping into FTL, and things are zooming by. And I have this thought, this whole, deathbed thing. And it's not morose. All I'm trying to suggest here is how when we talk about astral travel and out of body, and what happens with your consciousness and your soul at death, and what goes on and things continue. do we have a choice of where we can go or what we can do? Can we get our soul to jet out through the universe and maybe go to another galaxy and another star system out there and exist there and have a choice, some kind of free will, a destination of you? Is that possible? Well, if it is, I know and you know that there are starships out there right now flying around, right? Advanced civilizations, probably people just like us, right? That's where I want to roll the dice. Is there a way to just manifest it? So going back to this, so then I have this crazy thought, and it continues. I'm watching SGU, and I finish out the season, and it's over. I wish they would have gone on to season 3, and season 4 is a Canadian production too. I have no idea why they shut it down. It was the best Stargate, one of the best science fiction series of all time. But then Eddie passes away. So I start having those thoughts. Where's he at? What's he seeing now? Is he hanging out with Randy Rhoads? What's going on? So there's that. And it was like emotional, right? It was like back to back. And then I've got to deal with my birthday. My birthday's coming up. So those thoughts, I'm 57. You start thinking about the, life in the past and life in the future, and it's another trip around the sun and all of that. So yeah, right. Well, when I said we're having my birthday party at the house, and there was I think 12 or 15 people at the party, and I said, hey, I would love to be a starship dude, right? I would love to be out there. Starship Enterprise, the Destiny, 2001: A Space Odyssey. I would like to be, but it's never going to happen. Well, when I said this, I got a bunch of boos from around the table. Whoa, no. It can happen. It can happen. And Lisa Frith, she got angry. In Lisa's version of angry. But she's like, no. And so that's when I took it a step further. But what if, right? If there is a way to do like an astral travel or reincarnation or soul transference where you could leave this body permanently and go and start over somewhere else like that. How cool would that be? And is there a way to like manifest this to make it happen? I don't know. But if you are at, you're approaching the end and you know it, why not take a chance? Roll the dice, right? Roll the dice. Or do you want a random thing to happen where it's out of your control? Or should you, fight for it? What, 57? When do you claim geezerhood? Well, yeah, that's funny, IPD. Yeah, when I was a kid, 57, that was ancient. And 57 now, no, it's It is what it is. But that's what I was talking about. So all of this was just a very strange thing to happen back to back to back to back, where I went through this thing with SGU, which was just a weird thing for me to go through. I don't contemplate this stuff often. I'm not wondering about astral travel or body or near-death experience or what happens and things. And I'm not. No, I don't really go there because it's out of your control. But when I had the absolute, what? You're older than me? Wow. You don't look older than me. That's IPD. You don't look older than me. It was a strange thought. I don't have these thoughts. It was a very strange thing for me to go through. And once I had it, I couldn't let go of it. It wouldn't leave me. And that went on for like 3 or 4 days. Then this, EVH. And then right after that, my birthday. And I bring it up again for the birthday celebration. And it was just like a real strange set of events to go down. And then to turn around, here's the latest article about the universe before the Big Bang. I need to read more about it. Thank you for that. That's from James. And an early universe existed before the Big Bang and can still be observed today, says Nobel winner Sir Roger Penrose, of course. The Big Bang was not the beginning. There was something before, and that something is what we will have in our future. Penrose is a trip, man. That's a smart dude right there. You can go and listen and read his books and stuff. I just went through his latest book last month or the month before that. But yeah. Physicists are starting to question all of this. So back to my point. I couldn't let the thought go. It was like weird. Normally, and I'm sure that most of you do the same thing, is that if I have a thought like this, which is a little bit twisted and it seems like it's dark, but it's not. But where did the thought come from? I didn't invite that thought in. It was like it came out of nowhere, and it just stuck. Just stuck. Weird, man. Weird. Stuck, and I couldn't get rid of it. I'm watching the rest of the episodes for SGU, and this thought keeps coming back. And I'm like you remember at the end of 2001 when Bowman is lying on the bed in the hotel room, outside of Jupiter. He's in the hotel room, and he's ancient, right? He's old, and he's like looking at himself, and he's on. That's me. That's what I'm talking about. When I'm at that moment, play SG1. This was the thought that popped in my head. So now, do I do this? Do I commit? I don't know. All right. I want your thoughts on this. 747-228-2051. 747-228-2051. I want to be very clear on this. Have I seen Star Trek Discovery, Jimmy? No, I have not. I have heard that it's good. I've heard that it's great. Let me ask, you Trekkies out there, do I need to preempt Star Trek Discovery with another series, or can I just watch it, from season 1, episode 1, and not worry about what's going to happen? But yeah, I have heard many, many people say that, Jimmy, do you want to do more this or that? I'll do it on Twitter. But yeah, I haven't seen Star Trek Discovery. And I know what Rita's thinking right now. She's listening to this. Oh, man. Here we go. Hi, you're live on Fade to Black. Who's calling?
This is Doug.
Hey, Doug, where are you calling from?
Knightson, California, from a 15-acre horse ranch.
Oh, there you go. That's what I'm talking about. Do you have horses? Do you have horses?
I do, sir. They're all painted. Six painted horses.
Oh, that's cool.
One's a colt, 2 years old.
Yeah, right on. How many?
6.
Oh, man. You are blessed, man.
Yes, sir, I am. Thank the Lord above.
Yeah, that's it. You got it going on. And you got
the closest street light to my house is 2 miles away.
Oh, man. No light pollution, no neighbors.
Nope.
15 acres, 6 horses. Oh,
Yes,
man.
The reason why I called tonight is because you were talking about astral projection. I've been looking into astral projection myself, and I've been doing some studying on it. I've been practicing on how I can get myself into it, and it led me to transmeditation, and transmeditation after the actual practice led me into the DIA and the NGA. The NGA oversees the CIA and the NSA, which instructs the president on literally what to do. And their books on, or study guides, if you will, on how they perform it is a third eye, I guess, how would you put this? It's a third eye muscle strengthening test. So I've been doing it with my aunt and friends. My aunt lives in El Segundo. I think that's down in your area. And my friends live up here, of course. And what we do is, before we go to bed, is that we'll draw a picture of what the other person is thinking. And it's been 3 years since I've started this process. And we have come very close to one another. There have been subtle differences between, like, the types of trees, the types of flowers, the types of scenery, and then we try to meet each other in astral projection. Like, we'll try to meet each other at one place we try to meet is a Love's truck stop on I-5, and the farthest that I've gotten is somewhere in the middle of the desert, close to I-5, Button Willow.
Okay.
I saw a sign.
Right.
I saw a sign for Button Willow. I think that might be near you as well. And I just wanted to comment that my practicing of this over a 3-year period has gotten me to that point. So I thought it was very interesting that you were asking your audience.
Yeah, and so it's practice, right? How do you get to Carnegie Hall? How do you get to Button Willow? Right? Practice.
Practice. That's right, baby.
Yeah.
I seriously shut everything down and clear my mind.
And how often do you practice, and are you still practicing?
Oh, literally every night. I'm in college right now, and I'm literally practicing every night. And the tricky part is that, the first, I would say, 7 months, nothing happened, and I about gave up. The 8th month, I was either in I don't want to sound stupid. I was either in a trance or I don't know what it was, but I was floating. I saw my body. I tried to grab onto the door frame, but I was inverted. And I said, okay, what the heck is going on? So then I went through the door frame, past the door, which was closed, and then I went up into my roof, past my roof, I saw my roof, and then I saw my trees. And then I snapped back. Once I snapped back, it was like my you know how you ride a roller coaster, and I'm on a radio show, so let's not be vulgar. You know how your gut goes into your throat?
Mm-hmm. Sure.
That's what it felt. It was like a rubber band that snapped back, and my gut went into my throat. And it progressed from there. So I don't want to say I learned to control it, but I'm sure I did. It's just something that has progressed. The snapback. Once I got the snapback down, I was able to go further from that.
Oh.
And I was able to see things that I've already visualized. But Button Willow is not something that I've already visualized. So when I got to Button Willow, I said, what the hell is Button Willow? And then I looked it up on Google, and turns out it's part of I-5, and I was on my way to a truck stop on I-5, which is where we're all trying to connect through astral projection.
What do you think of, with your experience, what do you think of my little theory of astral projecting, or somehow, getting a manifest together to leave this star system, right? Go to another one and be, get on the flight crew of some interstellar ship. Do you think that's possible?
I think it's possible. I think that the human brain, since the pineal gland calcifies over at about age 15, 16, if I'm not mistaken, I think that the human body, the person themselves, have to get over the fact that they need to stop thinking of the things that they've already seen. That they need to stop thinking that they can only project to what they've already visualized. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So that's where I'm trying to go. I haven't been to Buttonwillow. Now I'm thinking about taking a drive down there.
Yeah, right, of course.
5 hours south. So
right. And then what if it's something that you had seen, right? And you've never been there, and then you pull up and you go, "Oh man."
Not to interrupt, but I mean, if you're talking about a solar system or a star or a different planet, none of us have ever been there, so you can't really say that. You can't interject that thought of that star, that solar system, or that planet into that visualization because you've never been. That's what I'm saying. But
you haven't been to Buttonwillow either.
That right. But I visualize myself in increments.
Slowly.
I don't know if I'm making sense.
No, you are. You're absolutely. You're one step at a time. I get it.
Right. Yeah. Eat an elephant. You know what I mean?
Totally. I totally get it.
Okay.
What I don't understand, Doug, is why this kind of thought, entered my head. I wasn't looking for this kind of thought or this idea or this process. It just happened.
Maybe you need to expand on it. I think we need to stop suppressing ourselves into only what we have seen so far. You know what I mean?
Well, then we would never venture out in the oceans and discover other countries.
But we're not talking about the physical plane. We're talking about astral projection and stars and planets and other solar systems.
Right. But, I agree with you. But you haven't been to Buttonwillow.
I have not, sir, no.
Yeah.
It's about 5 hours south of me.
Right. But you're okay with that.
I saw a sign that said Buttonwillow. I don't know if I was actually at Buttonwillow.
Right.
I saw a sign that said Buttonwillow.
Now,
and I had to look that up, and it turned out to be an actual town.
Now, if you astral projected to Antarctica,
that would be cool.
You see, the chances of you actually going to Antarctica, pretty remote. You could do it if you wanted to pay for it and plan it out. You could pull it off.
Got the approval.
Right. But astral projecting to Antarctica, that's a whole other thing altogether, isn't it?
Yes, sir. It absolutely is.
So you're saying practice. Just try it and go for it.
Well, I mean, I'm not an expert, but that's what I'm doing, and I made it to Buttonwillow. I've never even been there. That's 5 hours south of me. You know what I mean? Shoot.
Oh, man. Doug, what a great phone call, man. Thank you so much, and enjoy the rest of your night, my man. That was
you too.
Just awesome.
I'm enjoying the show. Thank you.
Thank you. That's a great phone call right there. And, I can't figure this out. I have no idea what's going on. Tonight is Tuesday. I figured that much out, though. It's not Thursday. It's Tuesday. Tonight's Fader Night, 747-228-2051. 747-228-2051. I'm your host, Jimmy Church. This is Fade to Black on the Game Changer Network and KGRA, The Planet. I'll be right back.
Vivica Fox here, and you are listening to my boy, Jimmy Church on JimmyChurchRadio.com.
Despite popular opinion, reading a book will not make you smarter.
But listening to Jimmy Church will.
This is Jimmy Church of Fade to Black, and I take Life Change Tea supplements every single day. It's what I do. Click on their banner at JimmyChurchRadio.com. When you take the beans from Central America with dashes of Indonesian and African mixed in and then roasted to the dark side of Fade to Black, you create the ultimate brew of fringe. Introducing the Fade to Black blend from River Moon Coffee. Yes, River Moon's darkest customized roast was created for the love of Fade to Black. The alchemy of masterful roasting and smoking the beans is in every sip of this full-bodied, dark Java. I need my coffee dark, deep, with distinct bittersweet chocolate highlights, just like the bunker. Leaning further into the darkness of the roast is Fade to Black blend from River Moon Coffee. Just click on the banner at JimmyChurchRadio.com and use the promo code F2BBLEND for 15% off of your order today. Go Beckley Teppy.
Hello, my name is Billy Carson, and I am a best-selling author and the founder of ForbiddenKnowledge.tv. Together with my team, we have built an all-new conscious streaming TV platform designed with every family member in mind. If you have ever wanted to travel the world and attend lectures and workshops from your favorite speakers but weren't able to, look no further. ForbiddenKnowledge.tv. There are dozens of workshops and lectures from speakers you know and love. We have also included amazing categories to assure that your consciousness is entertained and elevating on a daily basis. Amazing interviews, ancient history, ascension knowledge, wisdom teachings, documentaries, conspiracies, mysteries, health and fitness, conscious cooking, meditations, finance, yoga, and so much more. To start your free trial on any mobile device or computer, surf to ForbiddenKnowledge.tv. That's Forbidden Knowledge with the number 4, ForbiddenKnowledge.tv. Again, visit ForbiddenKnowledge.tv today.
Are you intrigued by Paranormal Talk Radio? You'll love the new Paranormal Radio app from TalkStream Live. You'll find a great selection of talk shows covering UFOs, ghosts, strange phenomena, and much more. Download the Paranormal Radio app now and start listening to the very best in paranormal talk entertainment, including the network you're listening to right now, the Paranormal Radio app. Free in Google Play and the iOS App Store.
Erica, Brittany, Gabby, and you're listening to JimmyChurchRadio.com.
It's not a lifestyle we chose. We were born this way. KGRARadio.com.
This is KJCR at JimmyChurchRadio.com.
Welcome back. Tuesday night, Fader Night, 747-228-2051. Lines are open. One segment left. And I don't want to skip over this, but Scott did a bunch of this or that, and I want to address these because, and they're up in Twitter, and you can go and see those, hashtag F2B. You can follow me on Twitter at JChurchRadio. So he's got, Third Stone Studios has got some this or that's in too as well. Vinyl or CD digital? Well, vinyl, of course. You want to go analog. And I would, for those out there, cassette tapes were also better than CD. Noise and all, but analog, man, analog. There's nothing like vinyl. I remember, this is probably around 92, 91. And I get it was Van Halen 2. Okay. Speaking of Van Halen 2. And I get a remastered version of Van Halen 2. And I put the CD in, and I'm listening to it, and I was like, it's good, but wait a minute here. I've got the album. So I go and I get the album and I put it on the turntable, which I hadn't listened to forever, but now I can A-B. And I go and I listen to the record. Now, instantly, stereo. This full sound, left and right, detail, 3D, extended out, it's all there. And I go back and I'm listening to the remastered CD, which is cool for CD, but it was like closed up, didn't have the depth. The reverbs were, and you could tell the reverbs as they decayed would turn into digital noise. You could hear it. Now, if you didn't have the A-B to compare it to and you're just listening to the CD, you're going to think that that's the way it is and you're going to accept it. You go and you A-B it with an album or a cassette, but in this case, it was the album. And I couldn't believe it. It was like, wow, left and right and 3D and everything was there. It was incredible. It just reminded me how much CDs suck. CD sucks. CD is a digital representation of the original. It's not the original. It's not. Okay. Well, if you have the original album that it's a reissue of, it's not the original. Today, everything is released in digital. Vinyl's making its comeback, and I'm happy about that. Okay, the rocker. U2, this is from Scott. U2 or Depeche Mode? Depeche Mode. Yep, I'm going right there. Depeche Mode. By a long shot, by the way. Except for U2's first album, Sunday Bloody Sunday, that U2 was a different band back then. But Depeche Mode all the way. Ramones or Sex Pistols? Sex Pistols all the way. I never got the Ramones. I never did. I never got the Ramones. Nope. Even today, I go back and the Ramones fans out there listening to me, right? How could you not like the Ramones? It's not, they never grabbed me. The Ramones never grabbed me, not even today. And I've given them many chances to do that. Let's see, was that it? I thought there was more this or that, but that was pretty good. That was pretty good. I thought I saw more in here. Okay. Oh. Man. You got to love it. 747-228-2051. 747-228-2051. And I'm actually at a point where I have wide open lines. So if you want to get through right now is the time to do it. Button Willow has the cheapest gas and the cheapest hotel rooms in California, bar none. Okay. All right. Now, this is from, let me pull this up. I might actually have this. Taz wants the link for the, if you go to Taz, if you go to jimmychurchradio.com and you will, we have a link there for the Queen Mary. Use the promo code Jimmy. And I think I actually have it here. Just stay with me. Let me pull this up. I've got the actual link. But we do have it over at jimmychurchradio.com. That banner will take you there. And use the promo code Jimmy. All right, that is the best way to go about it. I thought I had it here. I thought I had it here. Rita, can you get the new promo code up for the Queen Mary? Let me ask. Oh, man. I am tired. I can't believe I'm actually doing this right now. No, I just don't have it right up in front of me. I will do it after the show, and I will get the link up. I've got too many links or too many emails here with the actual link in it. But I'll get it up there for you, Taz. And somebody in Twitter, one of the Fadernaughts, if you could get the actual link up for the Queen Mary, I'll do the retweet during the show. I just don't want to forget it, but I will get it up there for you. Okay? And what Taz is referring to here is Halloween weekend, which is the 29th through November 1st. I will be down Friday night at the Queen Mary, and which is October 30th. Halloween is the 31st on Saturday. Friday night, the 30th, I will be down there doing a ghost hunt with the Dark Zone. And if you go over to jimmychurchradio.com, click on the Dark Zone banner there, and use the promo code Jimmy, you'll get an additional discount for being a Fadernaut. But yeah, get signed up. I'm pretty excited about this. And we talked about this this weekend here, and why. When are we going to have more paranormal shows? Well, we'll be doing it all month because it's October and it's Halloween. But I've never done an official Ghost Adventures ghost hunt, with cameras and crews and gear and recorders and all of that. I've never done that. So being able to do this with all of you in real time, and I keep saying this, the best time, when is something going to happen? When are we, when is something? It's live. If something's going to happen, it's going to happen then. And I'm looking forward to it. I'm going to take my night vision goggles as well. I want to be able to see in the night. Let's go to the phones. Hi, you're live on Fade to Black. Who's calling?
Hey, bud, it's Doug. I only called back because you said you had open line, but I got something to tell you, and I know it's not open line, but I don't know how to send you this T-shirt, but you're going to get a kick out of it, I hope. I made you a T-shirt, and it has you and Mac Daddy in silhouette with cherry pie and a Coke, and it's in the late 70s green Oldsmobile, and it has the black shadow, the silhouette of a man standing right next to the passenger side saying, "Have you seen my dog?"
Oh, and no way. No way.
I did. I went out to a T-shirt printing place locally, and I had them draw it up, and I just don't know how to send it to you. And I'm not asking actual address. I don't know.
Well, if you email me, Doug, or hit me up in Twitter.
I don't have Twitter. I don't have Facebook. I am I subscribed for a whole year to your website.
Okay, so you've got a private email to me. So use that. Yeah, use that. You can do that through your Fade to Black account. And you've got a private email right there. So you can email me, and then I will send you our actual physical office address.
I even looked up Cumberland Electric, and I got a silhouette of Cumberland Electric with the white lights in the background of Cumberland Electric. I went all out, bud.
I want to see this.
Oh man, I can't wait to show. I don't have Twitter or Facebook. I'm sorry.
but you can email it right now.
Okay. All right.
Can you email it to me?
Yeah. I'll dig it out of a closet and I'll send you a picture. Absolutely.
Okay. Yeah.
100%.
All right, Doug. Thank you so much, man.
All right, sir.
I'll talk to you. And it's Gobekli Tepe. It's funny that he brings that up because I saw a tweet earlier tonight. Have you seen my dog? And when McCleister called in that night, Mac Daddy, and talked about it. Okay, for those out there that don't know what I'm talking about, when I was a kid in Indianapolis, I'm not going to tell the whole story. We were out in the middle of this field that we went to, and we called it the electric company because it was next to this power substation, ginormous thing with huge big. It was, really big, stories tall. I don't know. When this guy approached our car, I was sitting in the driver's seat, and he came up to the window and said, I cracked the window down about that far. Have you seen my dog? McCleister, who was there, was sitting to my right in the car screaming like a little girl. He was right here. I looked at his face. He says he was outside of the car, that I was inside of the car, but he was outside of the car, and that there were two cars there, the other one belonging to my neighbor, Penny Baker. I don't remember that. I thought we were out there by ourselves, but I'll tell you this. McCleister was not standing outside of the car. He was inside the car with me. I looked right at his face when all of this went down. What I find interesting about this, he definitely appeared out of nowhere. He was definitely in black. I didn't see his face, but his voice was like, have you seen my dog? An older gentleman, but I didn't see his face, and he had like a hood. That's what I remember. But he definitely turned around and walked back into the fog and disappeared. Never saw the guy again. I know that during the day, which I've been out there many times during the day, back then in 1982, 83, when this happened, there were no houses for miles. It was cornfields. There's nothing out there. Nothing. For this guy to walk where we were and find us, I don't know where he came from, the closest house or anything like that. It was miles away. So I don't know. I can't explain that part. But what is interesting is that Mac Daddy's memory of this was not the same as mine. And I find that interesting. And he's insisting that he's right. I'm insisting that I'm right. I have my memory. I was there. There's no reason to, it's not embellished. His story's the same as mine, but his is, he was outside of the car with other people. There was another car there. I just don't remember that. I remember everybody being inside of my car with me. Nobody was outside. And he's adamant. Now, his memory is just as valid as mine. His recollection, okay. That's what he remembers. Isn't that interesting? Because when you have multiple witnesses to a UFO, and you get these different versions of what everybody saw, and then suddenly people want to jump back and go, they didn't see it. They can't tell the same story. That happens. That's my personal experience. A car accident goes down. I was at the scene of an accident that I saw happen. I saw a guy get hit on a motorcycle. He was on a Harley Davidson, and it was horrific. And what I saw was unbelievable. I don't want to go through what I saw. I was the first person there at the scene. But it was at a busy intersection, and one corner, 24-hour gas station, other corner, Taco Bell, across the street, donut shop, 24 hours, right? Busy intersection, right? I see the accident happen, but so did multiple. There were dozens of people that were interviewed by the police. Dozens. I saw it happen. And I had 2 or 3 police officers come up to me over and over again. Okay, now what is it that because They're saying that the motorcycle came from another direction. This person is saying it was going straight through the. This person over here is saying this. This person is saying that the BMW came from this direction, that hit this motorcycle. Okay, but you're saying, he was, and I said, man, I was looking, I saw it happen. This is what I saw, and my version of the story was the only one that was my version of the story. And they kept coming. I was like, dude, I saw it happen, but so did everybody else. It was a busy intersection. Everybody was witnesses to it. Never, no, the police told me no two eyewitness stories matched. And I kept telling, look, I saw it. I was the first one here. I was right here above this guy. That's all that I can tell you. I actually saw the crash and I saw everything happen. But my story, my version of it didn't match anybody else's. I can't, and what is it about a situation like that? Thank you for that, bloke, with the electric company. And yeah, that's it. Second image is the correct one. Yep. German church substation. Yep, that's it. Third picture is the best one. You can see how tall all of this stuff is. I mean, it's just ginormous. And then you see the green field, and then up in the left-hand corner, that there wasn't there. But that's where we were parked, up in the left-hand corner, facing this. And that whole green field in between the trees and the substation, that was solid fog. Solid fog. And my car, like my headlights were pointed to the substation. So, I pulled up on the dirt road that you can see there and backed my car in, and we would face, you could see the little dirt road coming in off of German Church. Pull up, back my car in, and then face the substation up there. And that was all fog. All those houses right there, that was a cornfield. And all of that. All of that. That didn't exist back then. But whose story do you choose? And those witnesses that were there, at the scene of the accident, they saw what they saw, and it's repeating in their mind, and they're giving all the details that they can to the police as they knew it, as they remembered it. Is there a reason why they saw it? He literally, now, I'll tell you exactly what happened. This motorcycle made a right-hand turn off of this street, made a right-hand turn. As he's making a right-hand turn, a BMW came through the light. He's making a right turn on red. The BMW comes through the intersection and hits him on the side, full on, like 40 miles an hour, and hits him on the left side of the motorcycle, right on his leg. And so that was the accident. So motorcycle's going like this, and the BMW hit him as he was entering the lane. There were people that said that the BMW was coming from the other direction and made a left-hand turn, and that the motorcycle went through the... No. I don't know how they could see that, and have it so opposite, 180 degrees different from what I witnessed. But it goes to the same thing with UFO sightings or anything else. Eyewitness testimony, that's tough. That's tough. So going back to the electric company, my version of the story is what I'm sticking with. McLeister was not outside of the car. He was sitting next to me. I've got time for one more phone call. Great night tonight on the show. Thank you for listening to me ramble about a couple of things, but I do want to say that SGU and the thing, it was just crazy. And I needed to really clarify what I was trying to say. One last phone call. Hi, you're live on Fade to Black. Who's calling?
Hi, Jimmy. This is Kevin
from
Texas.
Hey, how are you, man?
Oh, doing a lot better. Just thought I would call in and say hi to everybody.
And it's been, 3 weeks?
Yeah, about 3 weeks.
How are you?
Oh, doing a lot better. Got the old pipes back.
Okay, well, are you going to tell us what happened one day, or is it just too personal, which is okay?
Kind of personal right now, but I can get around to it sometime.
All right.
Yeah.
Did you have an NDE?
No, not really.
Okay, all right. So it didn't go that far.
No, it did not go that far.
Okay,
no.
All right. Well, we're just happy to hear your voice.
I'm happy to hear my voice too. Happy to hear your voice. Actually, I missed getting in there and doing a lot of the screenshots. I actually screenshotted some stuff on my phone. Still trying to get things set up with my computer and rig and stuff. But that'll be in here in the near future. So
now, did you say Kevin from Texas?
Kevin from Texas. Yes.
So you moved?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, that's all.
I'm a little closer to California now.
Okay, so you moved from West Virginia to Texas.
Right.
What city?
It's on the eastern part of Texas. It's I don't know if you know the place or not. It's called Ore City.
Okay.
O-R-E.
On the Louisiana border?
It's not far from Louisiana.
Yeah, right on.
Yeah, it's yeah, go ahead.
Everybody's moving to Texas.
Yeah, it seems to be.
Everybody's moving to Texas. Rita.
Right.
Rita. Everybody's moving to Texas. I don't know what part of Texas. I don't know what part of Texas I would live in. Yeah.
Well, actually, here in the state, I mean, it's not all desert, like it's portrayed in TV shows and stuff like that. I mean, West Texas is a lot like that. But where I'm at, there's a couple of places where there's like bumps in the road, and I thought, wow, it's West Virginia, but they're really, really small bumps.
Yeah. Well, in northern Texas, I mean, there's mountains and it's hilly and it's forested. Right. Central Texas and heading south, of course, El Paso and Galveston and things very desert. I mean, it's full on. It's full on desert. It's the real desert. But
right.
You head north. Texas is just like any other state. It's very beautiful, and it's cold, and it snows, and it does all that stuff. So there you go.
Right.
Kevin, I got to head out of here, but thank you for checking in. You know that everybody is excited to finally hear your voice, man. So thank you. I'm glad you're on the mend and everything is good. And there you go. We'll see you tomorrow night right here on the show.
All right, and everybody be safe. Go back, Lee Tappy.
Go back, Lee Tappy. Kevin from Texas. I'll talk to you, Kevin. Thank you so much, man.
Thank you, Jimmy.
That's absolutely amazing. Kevin checking in. Wow. Yeah, he gave us all a pretty good scare. Yeah, he definitely did. Fade to Black's executive producer is Rita Camarion. Show is produced by Hilton J. Palm, Renee Dennis, and Kevin. That guy. Announcers are Steve Harder, Gene Vitoa, Mark D. Kovar. Webmaster is Drew the Geek. Music, Doug Aldrich. Intro, Spaceboy. SpaceboyMusic.com. Fade to Black is produced by KJCR for the Game Changer Network. Syndication is KGRA, The Planet. This broadcast owned and copyrighted 2020 by Fade to Black and the Game Changer Network, Inc. It cannot be rebroadcast, downloaded, copied, or used anywhere in the known universe without written permission from Fade to Black of the Game Changer Network. I'm your host, Jimmy Church. Tomorrow night, right here, Whitley Strieber. Until then, I want everybody to be safe. Go back, Lee Tappy.